the points per game, and then you go and check what year are they. And you got to see 4 seniors playing and averaging double figures. And, we talk about how important Cam is. You multiply that by 4, and that's why you have the success that they're having right now.
All right, we're going to come back and go one-on-one with Ryan Shelton, the head basketball coach at Indiana University Northwest. Next year, IU Northwest will be a member of the Chicagoland Collegiate Athletic Conference, a big to-do on the Gary campus. We'll be talking with Ryan about that during the pregame interview. We're live from Bethel College in Mishawaka, Indiana. We're inside the Gates Gymnasium, and we'll be back with more of College Buckets right after this on Regional Radio Sports.
Continue to advance by increasing cure rates in childhood cancer. And donors are important to us because you get the feeling that you have a team behind you. When it comes to research and advancements, there are some things that only we can do because we have the resources and we have the focus. And so if St. Jude doesn't do it, who will?
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Welcome back here to the Gates Gymnasium on Mike Lightfoot Court. Glad to be joined here by Ryan Shelton, longtime coach, Indiana University Northwest. Ryan, first of all, off to a 5-1 start. It's been a rough and rocky road in regards to all kinds of off the court things. You lost one of your assistant coaches, brought in some new kids. I'm excited every time I see a Hobart kid on a roster someplace. That's excited for me as a former basketball coach at Hobart and a former alum. But it's been a neat ride to see some of these kids mature. It's a veteran group. A lot of things for you to talk about, so it's all you, man.
Yeah. Well, I feel like we're off to a good start. I mean, we're not playing our best basketball yet. For some reason, one of our strengths in terms of being a really good offensive team is shooting the ball well. We have not done that yet. And the defense is well ahead of the offense, and I think that's a credit to Coach Mark Full. And we think about him every day, when we go to practice and we get ready to take the floor, that, we dedicate a lot of the work that we do to the commitment that he gave to our basketball program and to our student athletes. So I'm glad to see that we're doing well defensively because it's a great tribute to him and the work that he did. And if we can get the offense to catch up to the defense here soon, then I think we'll be a really good team. But so far we're grinding games out, doing it with an experienced group and 4 seniors in the starting lineup. So I feel like we have a good thing going so far.
All right, I want you to talk about this Michelle Borgen. She's really made an impact. And in talking with Eric, he's really concerned about her ability, averaging almost 9 rebounds a game, 17 points a game. That's a great 1-2 punch. She's a dynamic player.
Absolutely. We recruited Michelle. Spent a lot of time with, recruiting her 2 years ago, and we didn't get her. She turned me down and went to an NCAA Division II, Missouri Science and Technology. It didn't work out for her there. I found out she was available. We happen to have a very experienced group in our backcourt, but we're missing a post presence. I just thought it was a good fit for Michelle to play her last year with us. And, infusing that type of post presence into what's been a guard-dominant lineup over the past few years hasn't been easy in terms of building the chemistry, but Michelle's helped us win a couple of big games, especially over the IU schools, Kokomo and South Bend in the last week.
You look at this Bethel team, and Eric's gone through a wide variety of growing pains. Still a very, very young roster. He's trying to kind of change things. And to be honest with you, it's been a difficult road to hoe to try to get to the place where Jody Martinez had it many, many years ago. And you remember some of those great Jody teams. So give us an idea as you look from afar, if you will, on what he's doing here on the Mishawaka campus.
Yeah, well, Eric's done a great job, and following the footsteps of Jody is very difficult, as he had one of the elite programs in the NEI. In fact, I always thought if we could ever get to the point where we could beat Bethel, then maybe we would be a program that could appear on the national landscape and radar. So we felt like we got there several years ago, and it's tough to maintain that type of standing. But I can really appreciate what Eric's doing, because I took over a program that wasn't doing very well at IU Northwest, and you have to build from the bottom up, do it with 4-year kids and high character kids that are high academic achieving students, and I think he's doing the right thing, and he plays in a very difficult league. It's not going to happen overnight, but he's doing the right things and putting the right pieces in place.
What do you have to do to win this game tonight?
Well, I mean, with Bethel, they shoot the ball well from the perimeter. They're very tough to guard in terms of their motion offense. We got to defend, which is something that's really been the heart of our success in the early going. We've got to rebound the basketball, take care of it, and if we do those 3 things, we feel like we can put enough points on the board to give us a great chance to win.
Final thought, how exciting is it for your school, your community, to be joining one of the most prestigious conferences in the country, in the Chicagoland Collegiate Athletic Conference. That's going to start next year. So give us an idea on how excited you guys are.
Yeah, we're really excited. There's a lot of energy and enthusiasm around campus for it. Our administration and leadership with Dr. Lowe, who's our chancellor, has been fully supportive of us and behind athletics. I feel like we're really moving in the right direction as an athletic department. And joining the CCAC in that conference is just another big step in that direction. So it's a great fit for us. It's a great fit geographically and philosophically for our campus. And I think it's the best thing for our student athletes and their experience. So we couldn't be more excited about it.
Continue the success, my friend.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it, Paul.
We'll be back with more College Buckets right after this on Regional Radio Sports. It's Gates' 90th birthday, but everyone gets to be a part of the fabulous celebration. During the month of November, Gates will be giving away 20 tropical family cruise vacations and exciting Las Vegas getaways. In addition, you can win prizes like big screen TVs, gift cards, and Apple products. No purchase is necessary, and you can register at any Gates location or online at www.gatesautomotive.com. Winners will be announced every week throughout November. College Buckets today from Bethel College. Indiana University Northwest in town to take on the Bethel Pilots. Pretty good matchup here tonight with both teams with a combined 9-2. Eric, first of all, let's just kind of reflect back on that game against Cornerstone. It was one of those situations where you didn't play too well in the first three quarters, but boy, the girls got it together in that fourth quarter, and really you walked away with a win. A year ago, you may not have walked away with a win, and I think that's a step in the right direction, at least from my vantage point.
Yeah, I mean, it's frustrating because we can't do that here in the next couple of weeks as we start conference, or we're going to be buried so far at halftime we're not going to be able to come back like we did on Saturday. The way we played in the fourth quarter was encouraging because it showed us we can play the type of defense we need to compete, but we've got to find a way to bring that from the tip. And there's no ifs, ands, or maybes. You have to do it every single night. You've got to be prepared. And for an 18-year-old, that's tough. It's tough to be met, but people on the other side aren't going to feel sorry for you if you don't show up. So we've got to find a way to bring the fourth quarter to the tip and play like that for 40 minutes.
There's not very many college teams in America that would argue the fact that you don't want to put this team at the line. Right now, you guys are currently number 9 in the country in free throw shooting at 79%. I know the men's team would certainly like to have it. And certainly that has been one of the saving graces this season.
Yeah, I mean, we went back through quite a few of our games last year in between giving up offensive rebounds and then inability to put the ball in the hole at the line. We lost a lot of games we could have easily flipped. Not saying we would have, but, man, they would have been ball games. When you hit 3, 4, 5 more free throws in the first half, it puts a different pressure on the other team in the second half that you can't measure. It's a intangible. And this year's team, we've hit our free throws, especially in the first half. We've hit our free throws, and it's kept us in games, and it's put pressure on the other side. And you just don't know the effects that has on the other team. But clearly, it's been working in our advantage.
Let's turn our attention to the opponent tonight. Ryan Shelton has been at IU Northwest for 12 years. He's done a remarkable job as an independent, and now they're going to be joining the CCAC, which is great for them. They have had a really good year from a record standpoint, but it's been a really, really difficult situation. They lost one of their longtime assistant coaches in a battle with cancer. That's a difficult situation there. And now you find themselves in a situation where it's not about wins and losses. It's just about kind of keeping the ship going in the right direction. So I really feel for him. But your thoughts on him and his program? It's been pretty good.
Yeah, I actually really appreciate Coach. He's been great with me as I've started here at Bethel. We've had a lot of contact and just sharing thoughts and ideas and catching up with each other, how each other are doing. And I know we've tried to be praying for them as much as we can as a team, and from coach to coach too. I know they've gone through a lot in the last month and a half, and his kids have been resilient. They're playing really well, and I think they want to play for Coach, and they want to remember his legacy and serve it well through the season. So they're playing at a really high level right now. They've got some 4 seniors that are just leading the way. It's a veteran group. And this transfer in Borgen, she's unbelievable, and she's brought a different spark to their front line. So they're humming right along, and he has them prepped to step right into the CCAC next year, and I think not even miss a beat.
Let's turn our attention to them from a technical standpoint. You mentioned Borgen is averaging right around 17 points and 9 rebounds a game, an assist, a block. She's doing it all. But their other weapons, they've got 4 gals in double figures, including Grace Roach, who's a graduate of Hobart High School. I'm a little partial to that school, to say the least. But your thoughts on trying to you got to pick your poison here at some time, Eric.
Yeah, well, it starts, I think, inside out for them, and you'll see that tonight. They run a lot of 4-out, 1-in around her because she is just so good in the post. And if we can keep the ball out of her hands, the guards can shoot it, they can get hot, and they're pretty good off the dribble too. But our key has got to be keeping the ball out of Borgen's hands, not giving her easy buckets down low, and forcing the guards to have to win the game for them from the outside.
Best of luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more College Buckets right after this on Regional Radio Sports. It's Gates' 90th birthday, but everyone gets to be a part of the fabulous celebration. During the month of November, Gates will be giving away 20 tropical family cruise vacation and exciting Las Vegas getaways. In addition, you can win prizes like big screen TVs. Tell you, that wouldn't be pretty sweet for football on a Saturday or football on a Sunday or whatever. Maybe some hockey. I'm digging it. Get one of those big screen TVs. Gift cards and Apple products. Hey, how about those Apple products? We'd like to have a brand new laptop. Tony would like up that. No purchase necessary, and you can register online at any Gates location or at www.gatesautomotive.com. Winners will be announced every week through November. We'll be back with more College Buckets right after this.
It's either put up or shut up. We were yelling our hearts out. Even in our weakness, even in our pain, we continue to push. I don't know where the pain went to, but all I know is that I had what it took. I am a United States Marine.
PFC Darrell Willis serves his country as a Marine. Will you? Visit Marines.com or call 1-800-MARINES.
Welcome back here on Regional Radio Sports. Paul County along with Coach Mark Gardner. Glad you could spend some time with us this evening. And Coach and I, we just enjoy the game of basketball so much, we decided that we're going to do it all again tomorrow, and we're going to do 2 of them tomorrow. We'll be over at the File Center at McKenna Arena for a double dip between a team that went to the women's NAIA National Championship game last year. St. Xavier will be in town to take on Holy Cross, and of course men's game following afterwards. So excited about that. An interesting thing happening before we even hit the floor here. We have 3 gals who are going to be officiating tonight, Coach. I don't recall that happening in recent memory.
No, we've had all 3 of them before, but not at the same crew. So, yep, they're over here to shake Eric's hand, and he's busy hanging out, talking. So.
And indeed so. Let's take a look at the numbers in tonight's game. IU comes in averaging 65.5 points a game, giving up 53. They're out rebounding their opponents 40.7 to 40.2. 74% at the free throw line, 37% from the field, 29% from downtown, 12 assists a game, 11 steals, and 3 block shots. Now Bethel shooting 79% from the field, 40%. Or 79% at the line, 40% from the field, 25% from three-point range, averaging 60, giving up 60. They're out rebounding their opponents by 4. 18 turnovers a game, and 13 assists and 13 steals per game. So there you have the details. Let's go over to public address for all the details here tonight.
Oh, you got it? Yeah, I got the anthem.
All right. Coach Mark Gardner is going to do the honors of our prayer tonight, and he'll do that.
Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to Whiteham Athletic Center, home of the Bethel Pilots. A warm welcome is extended to tonight's guests, the Red Hawks of IU Northwest. Tip-off is just minutes away. Let's pray. Father, we thank you for this night, this opportunity to come together. Thank you for the great game of basketball and for the ability that these young ladies have to display something. We ask that you would keep them safe as they compete, be with the fans as they watch, guard our hearts, actions, our words, and just help everybody have a good evening. May I pray? Amen.
The privilege of this game is made possible by those who have fought and continue to fight for the freedoms that we all enjoy today. So let us now show honor to these brave men and women and respect for our country by rising to attention. Gentlemen, please remove your caps as we proudly present our national anthem. Some basketball. And now the starting lineup for the visiting IU Northwest Redhawks. Wearing number 1, Michelle Morgan. Number 34, Grace Rose. Number 2, Ashley O'Malley. Number 32, Chloe Salmon. And number 21, Gina Rubino. Someone said to play music, but apparently not. And now the starting lineup for your Bethel Pilots. A 5'10" guard, wearing number 14, Maggie DuBois. A 5'7" guard, wearing number 12, Cam Glenn. A 5'10" guard, that's number 15, Keegan Parker. A 5'8" guard, wearing number 4, Macy Heimlich. And a 5'11" forward, number 30, Chelsea Brickner. The Pilots are coached by Mr. Eric English.
All right, there you have it, all the details tonight. Indiana University Northwest Redhawks from Gary, Indiana, decked out in the black shorts with the red trim. And, of course, the black jerseys with all red numbers. Indiana Northwest on the front, and the red numbers are on the back. Bethel College all gray tonight. Gray shorts, gray jerseys, blue numbers trimmed in white. Bethel written in white, trimmed in blue on the front. IU Northwest will be moving from left to right on your screen. The Pilots from right to left respectively. The 5-1 Redhawks, the 4-1 Lady Pilots tonight with a basketball. The Indiana University Northwest, Gina Rubino comes back out here to the top now to Salmon. She drives off the rim, no good. Here come the Lady Pilots in transition now. DuBois over the timeline now on the right side on the hard dribble, stops, looks for ball reversal. Back out to the top now to Brickner, left side now to Heimlich. Heimlich with the jab step. Back over now to DuBois, and then back to Cam Glenn. Cam launches the triple. Karam's off the iron, and rebound hauled out of there by Michelle Morgan. Keep an eye on her, coach. She can play. With the basketball now inside. Great movement off the ball by Salmon, but she was defended well. Back out to the top now, Rubino. Far side wing now here to Roach. Inside of the low post. Foul inside by Heimlich. as Michelle Borgen, the Tinley Park native, a 6'1 senior, averaging 16.8 a game, 8.7, an assist, a block. She also is averaging 3 turnovers per ball game, but I'm sure a lot of those are coming on double teams at this stage of the year.
Yeah, and that's just a huge mismatch down low. Credit to Heimlich for working hard, but much like what we saw on Saturday, just a mismatch down low and having to hammer her instead of just playing good, solid defense.
Borgen's second free throw, no good. She's a 75% free throw shooter.
Not tonight. Not yet.
And here are the Lady Pilots. Here's Bruckner on the near side wing, looking for help, coming out to the top now to Parker, back to Heimlich inside, throw it away.
It's got to be a bounce pass in that post entry pass. Bruckner was open, showed her hands and her numbers to the teammate.
And now to inbound Borgen, and gives way now to Gina Rubino, former Crown Point Lady Bulldog. In between the circles, goes to the left side now to Roach. Roach, who went to Paul Condry's alma mater, Hobart High. Here's a kick out to the right corner as an air ball on the offering by Salmon. She's only a 23% triple shooter. Now back to the attack, Heimlich over the near side. Parker goes inside to DuBois. And back to the far side, Heimlich inside the cutter. And nice defensive rotation by Borgen. But if you come to a jump stop there, Coach, you can pick up a foul.
Yeah, and that's a great basket cut by Brickner. Her teammate found her. But, yeah, she got the shot blocked. But at least we saw them moving off the ball well on Saturday, and that's continued here tonight.
Yeah, here's Parker coming out higher to Cam. Cam's jab step, leans in. Nice job defensively by Rubino. Didn't give her anything good to look at.
No, and there was contact there, but Cam initiated all of it. That's a good no call by the officials.
I would concur. Here's Roach back out to the top now to Rubino, quickly to the far side. They're trying to go inside now to Borgen. But O'Malley over to the right side to Roach. Roach launches the triple and scores. At the 7:44 mark, that's the first points of the ballgame for either club.
And that's Roach's 12th triple this season. She's a 31% three-point shooter. See a little 1-2-2 press here by IU Northwest.
Glenn comes down here to DuBois, back here to Brickner. Brickner on the drive. Pull up 14-footer, leans in and scores. It's a 3-2 contest.
Good job of driving, good body control. They're not picking up the charge, using the glass for the finish.
Here's Borgen flaring to the left wing, coming out high now to Roach. Right side now to Rubino, cross-court pass now to Roach. Roach on the pull-up 14-footer and knock it down. Roach has got 5. That's what the Redhawks have on the score sheet, 5-2. Redhawks
need some spacing here. Got to get in the middle of the zone and then swing it to the opposite side.
And a traveling call on Maggie DuBois.
Yeah, and it's coach is saying, don't dribble across, but you got to be patient, spread the floor here. If they're in a 1-2-2, then you've got to put somebody in the middle that there's like a pitcher's mound in the middle of those 4 defenders there that you have to find.
Robina going to the far side. Off the screen is Roach. Roach coming out high now to Rubino. Rubino back to Roach. Roach with the drive. Pull up 12-footer in the lane. Couldn't get it to roll, and ball goes off of Roach out of bounds. And it will be BC basketball. They're a 5-2 trailer as the Energizer Bunny enters the lineup for Bethel, Michelle Moritas. And taking a seat will be Tegan Parker. And here's Moritas with the basketball. Now to Heimlich. Heimlich now is over the timeline. Now comes down to Moritas. Moritas, if she attacks that zone, she'll eat it up. Here's DuBois. Back out here to Heimlich. Heimlich triple off the iron of Karam's. Cam Glenn should have been called for over the back, but that was not the case. It'll be Redhawks basketball. They're a 5-2 leader. 6:16 to go here in the first.
Yeah, general rule of thumb is if the defense is in an even number, so if they're in a 2-2-1, then you want to go odd numbers. You want to go, one person bringing it up. If they're in a 1-2-2, like in this case, you want to have 2 people bringing it up. And right now the Pilots have 3 people bringing it up, which is wasting a body.
Rubino getting defensive pressure, goes to the far side, Roach.
And that's a terrible mismatch down low. I don't know how Moritas got missed.
And here's a 3-point shot on the way by Salmon. Good. That's her 10th of the year. And it's now 8-2 IU Northwest. Now over the timeline now, Glenn. It's out of Heimlich. Heimlich get the point. Looks right, goes left side, now to Brickner. Brickner on the drive. Stops, looks for ball reversal. Comes back out now here to Du Bois. Du Bois back out to the top to Heimlich. Back to Cam on the far wing. Cam
Not
Glenn.
surprised we're seeing 2-3 zone out of IU Northwest.
Three-point shot off the rim. And here come the Redhawks. Oh, nice little crossover dribble on the dribble. Into the far corner now. Rubino rattles it in and out, no good. Heimlich tries to hustle it down, but Borgen will have no. And it will be a foul on the Pilots.
Cam Glenn with the reach in her first, team second. Pilots really struggled against 2-3 zone on Saturday in the first half, and obviously Coach Sexton was aware of that, so they showing 2-3 zone tonight, and Bethel again struggling. Here's
Grace Roach, skip pass to the far side. Now to Rubino, back out to the point now, here to O'Malley. Now here to Roach. Roach cross-court pass. Rubino, Gina Rubino, averaging 10 points, 2 rebounds. 13 on the shot clock. That's a travel right there, no call.
Foot, yeah.
Borgen with the spinorama, the underhand shot, no good. Rebound. Moritas tips it out, and she's in a track meet. Moritas up court quickly, and she throws it away.
Bad spacing, bad angle. Just keep attacking. Nobody stopped the dribble, so she's got to take that all the way to basket.
Absolutely.
Brickner was running, but that's just a bad angle.
Here come the Redhawks, an 8-2 leader. 4:49 to go.
Turnover number 2.
Eric Gingrich has got to be real careful that this thing doesn't get out of hand. Double high offense here now, up at the elbows. Swinging it right side now here to Salmon. Back out to the point now to Rubino. And they throw it away. Poor entry pass. Once again, it's about spacing. It's about angles.
Yeah, she had the bounce pass, which is good, but she had a bad angle there. One more dribble to the left, and she gets a better pass there for Rubino. But we're seeing so many similarities from Saturday. Struggling against the zone on offense and then getting a post player, beating them up on the other end.
Heimlich, and here's a kick here by Chloe Salmon, the Paw Paw Michigan product. And three gals officiating tonight. We haven't seen that. Boy, I can't recall seeing that. Good for them. With a basketball foul on extended left now. Here's Heimlich back out to the point now. Sydney Williams is just now in. Bounce pass up high now to Brickner, and Cam Glenn. Triple on the way, no good. Ball deflects it around and hustling after it. It's into the hands of Gina Rubino of IU Northwest. Up court quickly now to Roach. Grace. Jab step drive, bounce pass inside, an easy opportunity for Borgen, and she missed the shot. Here's Cam in the breakout. Cam on the drive. She just outruns everybody. And a nice shot by Roach to wait for her to get ahead so she can come from behind and knock it away.
And Roach did everything right on this end. Great job with the hesitation dribble, got to the lane, led her teammate with a bounce pass, missed the bunny, and then Roach hustles back to get the block shot.
Heimlich to inbound to the right of the lane, looking, comes out now to Cam Glenn at the far wing. Now she's at the point back to Brickner on the right wing. Brickner face guarded by Borgen. Now to Williams, back to Cam. Cam Glenn. Pilots have only scored 2 points here in the quarter. Moritas with the jab step, spins, looks, back out to Heimlich. Heimlich, now to Williams on the right wing. Now to Brickner, far side wing. Brickner looking. Brickner still on the look, fakes. Now goes here to Heimlich with 3. Heimlich out to Moritas. Her 3-point shot's on the way. Good! Heimlich answers the prayer. And for Moritas, only her second triple of the year.
And that's not how you drew it up. Heimlich put her, there's a great dribble drive. Kick off to Borgen again, who missed but gets her own putback. Yeah, for the Pilots there, Heimlich put Moritas in a bad position throwing to the ball with 1 second to go, but she buried the deep jumper.
And with the basketball now here in the hands of Cam Glenn. Now to the elbow to Brickner, pull up 14-footer, good. 10-7, 2:51 to go.
It's their best offense against 2-3 zone right there, Paul. They found the soft spot in the middle. There's Cam getting her hand on that. It's going to go the other way.
By the senior from Ann Arbor.
Yeah, last possession there. Brickner found the soft spot in the zone, made herself available, turned and scored. Sometimes they get so rushed that they make it harder than it needs to be.
Yeah, Maggie DuBois checks back in. Also into the contest now, Kristen Mon, the Dalton Kellogg High School product, Dalton, Michigan, playing in her 6th game of the year. Wearing jersey number 33. Sydney Williams also. Here's DuBois with the basketball. Now back to Heimlich. Inside now to Moritas. Moritas looking. Jump pass back here to DuBois. Triple off the iron, no good. Borgen the rebound. Nice. And nearly throwing it away.
It's 4 rebounds for Borgen already in the first quarter.
With the ball here at the top. Now in the ball game, Jesse Seams. IU Northwest at the 2:05 mark.
She comes off the bench and attacks the basket the first time she touches it.
Moritas, back to Heimlich, back to Moritas over the timeline. Skip pass into the corner now. DuBois leans in, lets the shot woefully short, and then there's Grace Roach with the rebound. Up court quickly now here to Seams. Seams, deep right corner pass now to Elena Richter, another Hobart product. Roach with the jab step, skip pass to the far side to Seams. Triple off the rim at Karems, and Moritas tracks it down on the far corner. Now Moritas will run over the timeline now, gives it now here to Heimlich. Heimlich back here to DuBois. Baseline pass to Williams. Williams here now to Heimlich, turns, shoots, and knocks down the jump shot off the glass. 12-9, 1:16 to go. As poorly as Bethel has played, they're only down a possession.
This is one of those that, yeah, without the scoreboard, if you're just watching the game, you think they're down 10 points right now.
With the ball here now at the top. Salmon comes back now. Here's Roach. Over here to Seams in the corner. Seams on the hard left-hand dribble. Tell you what, Coach, the way she dribbles the ball, it's almost like she's palming the ball. Here's Roach on the drive. Off-balance leaner, scores with 2 on the shot clock. Roach, correct me if I'm wrong, Coach, she's got 7 of the Red Hawks points.
Yeah, she's got 7, and that's just bad on-the-ball defense. You can't get beat off the dribble that easily, and then it's bad help-side defense. Instead of sliding their feet and pinching, they just reach in.
Moritas goes up high now here to Heimlich. Heimlich backs it out to the right wing.
Free throw line's wide open. There you go.
There's Heimlich. Pull up 14-footer, good. 14-11. 20 seconds to go.
That is the spot in the 2-3 zone that you have to attack.
Seams over the timeline now with 14 seconds. Back to Roach. Roach surveying the situation, asking for help. Coming around a high side screen now from Borgen. Roach looks, jump pass to the far side, triple on the way, Karems. And 1/4's in the books from Mike Lightfoot Court inside the Gates Gymnasium, the Bethel College Pilots and the IU Northwest Redhawks. And a dandy, 14-11 our score here at the end of one. We'll be back with quarter number 2 action right after this.
There's always a moment of truth where it's either put up or shut up. We were yelling our hearts out. Even in our weakness, even in our pain, we continued to push. I don't know where the pain went to, but all I know is that I had what it took. I am a United States Marine.
PFC Darrell Willis serves his country as a Marine. Will you? Visit Marines.com or call 1-800-MARINES.
This is boot camp. This is the real thing now. You've never done anything so hard in your life. You don't understand how you can finish. It takes inner strength and desire to become a Marine. When I finished, I was like, I did it. The moment I will never forget is when this drill instructor that I admire so much comes up to me and said, "Good morning, Marine."
PFC Summer Volkman became a Marine. Can you? Visit Marines.com or call 1-800-MARINES.
Welcome back here on Regional Radio Sports. Paul Condry along with Coach Mark Gardner. 14-11 at the end of one. IU Northwest a leader. Coach, your impressions of the first quarter?
Ugly start. Pilots finished strong. They started 1 for 7 from the floor. They hit 4 of their last 6 shots.
With the basketball deep left corner now. Heimlich for Bethel. Now over to Brickner on the right wing. Brickner with a jab step. Comes back high now to DuBois. Parker at the top. That got now to Brickner. Brickner with a jab step back triple. Good. We're tied at 14-0.
It's a good step back by Kelsey. I thought she probably should have shot it off the first one, but passed on the first shot, but got herself a good look there. She's a good three-point shooter.
Pass out here high now to O'Malley. Ashley looking. Skip pass back to Rubino on the far side into the corner. Seams running one-hander, left it woefully short. Up court quickly on the breakout. Here is Brickner. Brickner going one-on-one against Richter. Pull up 15-footer, no good. Rebound. Hauled out of there by IU's Northwest Jocelyn Colburn.
I thought she pulled up a little too far away, but I was glad to see her pull up so often. We talk about people not coming to a jump stop and being out of control, and so she came to a nice jump stop, just a little bit too far for my liking.
Back over to the far side. Ashley O'Malley goes into the corner. Back out to the top now to Richter. Swings it right side now to Seams. And a 3-second violation whistled on the visitors from Gary. Let's try to get Travion Cruz on here at the halftime. He was the Crossroads League Player of the Week again. You can zip Rhino a message over there.
2 weeks in.
That'd be nice to visit with him. And here are the Pilots. Macy Heimlich over the timeline now. Gives now to way to DuBois. DuBois. Now comes out to Brickner. To Heimlich on the left side. Back out top to DuBois. Now Parker on the right wing finds Glenn at the free throw line. Cam fakes, comes back now to Brickner with 6. Brickner, that ball deflected out of bounds off of Red Hawk with 2 on the shot clock. And now it'll be IU Northwest digging in on defense as Heimlich will have 2 seconds to get it done. Heimlich asking for some help. Comes now to Glenn. Back to Heimlich. Off balance triple on the way. Is no good. A shot clock violation. And it'll be Red Hawk basketball. 14-14 ball game here in the second quarter. 8:12 to go. And IU Northwest, Jesse Seams with the ball. Goes to the far side now to Rubino. Back out here to the top as Taylon Oling is in the ball game. We're in jersey number 33. She's in the low post now. Rubino. Back out to the top now to Seams. Seams. Back on the far side now to Richter. 5 on the shot clock. Back to Rubino. Launches the triple hard off the iron. Rebound. Bethel's Maggie DuBois.
Back-to-back bad possessions. IU Northwest got a
There's
better
a pass
shot.
inside to Cam Glenn, and she missed the wide open left, but she got it back, and then she's knocked to the floor.
Good basket cut there. But, yeah, both teams running the shot clock down. Pilots got a terrible shot on there. At least IU Northwest got a better shot, but, you know, you don't ever want to be shooting with 1 on the shot clock. That's not the game plan.
Michelle Moritas will check back in. And multiple substitutions coming from Ryan Shelton's basketball team, including Michelle Borgen, as Cam Glenn gives the Pilots the lead for the first time tonight, Coach, at 15-14.
This is one of those that they have not played well, but yet here they are.
4 unanswered to start the quarter. Coming out of the game, Tegan Parker, and back in will be Williams.
It's an 8-2, I think, early on, right? That was what they trailed. I think that was the biggest deficit.
One more for Cam.
The 3:11 mark in the first quarter, down 8-2.
A right-handed shot off the rim, so she was 1 of 2 for Cam. And now are the Red Hawks. Salmon. Back here to Roach. Roach looking. Sydney Williams doing a nice job leaning on
Good
Michelle
hands by
Borgen.
Brickner.
Here's Brickner back the other way. 1-on-1 against Roach. Drives, and she'll earn 2 free shots. I like the foul by Roach. Make her earn the 2 free shots.
I agree, but I like the aggression by Brickner. She kind of looked and she had a decision. It was, okay, we're even. Am I going to concede and back out, or am I going to attack? And she put her head down and attacked. So she's going to go to the free throw line where she's a good foul shooter.
I'm a big fan.
86% foul shooter on the season.
Being aggressive in that situation.
Absolutely, yeah.
16-14. Brooks having a pretty good game at this stage.
Leading scorer in the game, 8 points, and Roach picks up her first foul. She's the leading scorer on the other end with 7 points.
A pair of free throws for Brickner, making it 17-14. Brickner on the year, 86%, averaging 16.8 a game, 4 rebounds, and assists, 2 steals a game, too.
Yeah, anytime she can get to the foul line, it's a win for the Pilots.
The key thing for her, she's got to cut down on the on the turnovers. She's averaging 5 turnovers a game, and she has got to eliminate that.
Yeah, she touches the ball, and it's too big of a key for the Pilots to have that many turnovers.
It was a funny thing when we first got out here. She had 2 of Eric's daughters out here playing basketball with them.
Yeah.
About an hour and a half before game time.
And they were at the volleyball games. You would see the women's team over there and the Gingrich girls hanging out with their big sisters, as they are to them, probably.
Yeah, it's a really unique dynamic. Here's the ball into the hands of Parker. Parker left side, now back to Sydney Williams at the point. Williams looking. Now goes to the boy in the right wing. Now to Parker in the corner. Parker
Good
on the
move.
drive, looks. Comes back out to Sid Williams. Now to Brickner. Brickner tries to go around the screen. Backs over here, now to Williams. Williams shot, once again, another shot clock violation.
And that's one that won't go down for Brickner, but that's Brickner's turnover. She had the ball with 5 seconds on the shot clock and didn't get a shot off. I liked Parker's drive halfway through that possession. So, yep, got to get a shot off.
Here's Rubino over the timeline, guarded by Moritas. Comes up high now here to Borgen. Borgen turns and squares at the basket. Now goes to O'Malley. Back to far side, into the corner. Shot on the way, triple, good. Rubino, 13 on the year. We're tied 17-0.
And I didn't see what happened there defensively, but they were doubling the low post, and she was wide open. And I know Coach Gingrich just turned to the bench and said, what are we doing? So I'm not sure who messed up on that one.
Here's Brickner at the right elbow, turns and squares. Now back out here to the top to the Williams. Now over here on the near side, now to DuBois. DuBois bounced pass to Moritas. Moritas drives, pushes off, sets some space now for Brickner. Leaning one-hander, way off the mark. And Borgen collapses in on the free rebound. That's a rebound stat. That'll pack her
there,
yeah. Yeah.
She's got 5, and she didn't have to work real hard for that one.
Nope. Back to the top now, Roach. Quickly to the right side now to Salmon. And Borgen double-teamed inside. And as soon as I say this, I mean, Borgen they've done a formidable job.
They have, and I'm with Coach Gingrich on this one. I don't think Parker touched that. I think the official was debating between calling a foul on Parker or just giving the ball to IU Northwest, and she chose to give him the ball. So.
Salmon, back to left side now to Roach. The former Hobart Bricky launches the triple, no good.
Good box outs by Heimlich and Brickner.
17-17, ball game at the 5-minute mark. Heimlich at the top. Goes left side out of Moritas. Now here to DuBois in the baseline. DuBois with a right-handed hook, good. 19-17. Lady Pilots at the 4:53 mark.
I like that move right there by DuBois. Good basket cut, and then a little one dribble, pull up.
Ball here in the hands of Roach on the right wing. Inside now to Borgen. Oh, she splits the defense, and then she missed the shot.
Yeah, can't let her split that. They're fortunate there because she went right through the double team. You got to squeeze that shot.
Now into the far corner now. Brickner goes now here to Parker. Back out here to the DuBois, and now to Heimlich on the near side wing. Back to Parker. Parker to DuBois. Back to Heimlich with the 3-ball way off the mark. Rebound. Grace Roach.
DuBois is sucking dirty pond water. Brickner's tired. And Roach is going full speed ahead to the basket.
She made up her mind right from the get-go. Not too many people will win a race war with Michelle Moritas, but she did that time. I think she just made up her mind that's what she was going to do right from the get-go.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. Coach has got Cam sitting on the bench. But DuBois completely out of gas right now.
Now checking into the contest will be Kiana Allen, also Cam Glenn. Kristen Mons checking in, and also Sydney Williams. A line change for the team from the home team. As everybody's coming out of the game, Brickner, DuBois, Parker, and Moritas. And the one person that stays on the hardwood is number 4 for the Pilots, Macy Heimlich, the talented freshman from North White High School. And the free throws are good for Roach. She continues her mastery over the Pilots. It's now 19-19. What a night for her.
Yeah, she got 9 points now, I believe, in the first half. The scoreboard's missing one up there.
Here is Heimlich back to Williams, fakes the pass, or the shot inside, I'm assuming. Now back to Mon, back to Allen. Allen on the hard right-hand dribble to Heimlich, 4 on the shot clock. Mon for 3, off the rim. Rebound, and that's got to be a foul on Cam.
Cam picks up her second, only the team's second. We've only had 6 fouls called this evening. It's bad offense right there. Just put Mon in a bad position. She's 25 feet from the basket and has to shoot the 3 because the shot clock's winding down. If you're on the bench, you've got to be paying attention to what's working and what's going on, so when you get in, you know what you're running.
Boy, I tell you what, Cam Glenn not happy that she's going to get the hook, but she picked up that second foul.
She's got to be careful if she's going to pick up a third down here.
Here's a 3-point shot from the top. Good for Chloe Salmon.
It's her second triple tonight.
Yep. 11 now on the season, making it 22-19 at the 3:13 mark. Ball on the right side, Cam Glenn. Cam looking. Now goes in the corner to Mon. Mon stops on the dribble, comes into the corner now to Allen. Allen thinks about the pass. Terrible spacing by the Pilots right now. Here's to Cam Glenn with a jab step back. Shot clock winding down. Allen, wide open jumper for three. Hard off the iron. Borgen the rebound for IU Northwest. Up quickly now. Here's Emily Cox. Hits the trailer now. Rubino. There's a drive into the corner. The kick out. Triple off the iron for Rubino. Borgen with the layup on the follow. 24-19. 5 unanswered. And really make that 7 unanswered. A timeout Bethel with 2:25 to go here. And that will be a full timeout. We'll take one too. IU Northwest 24, Bethel 19. We'll be back with more of college basketball right after this short timeout on Regional Radio Sports.
Growth is a journey and not a destination. At Teachers Credit Union, we agree. Helping our communities grow has been our mission ever since we began our journey in 1931. And supporting our members' growth has helped us to become Indiana's largest credit union. And we're just getting started. Whatever you want to grow, Teachers Credit Union is ready to help. Visit a branch or tcunet.com today. Teachers Credit Union deposits are federally insured by the NCUA, and we are an equal housing opportunity.
This is boot camp. This is the real thing now. You've never done anything so hard in your life. You don't understand how you can finish. It takes inner strength and desire to become a Marine. When I finished, I was like, I did it. The moment I will never forget is when this drill instructor that I admire so much comes up to me and said, "Good morning, Marine."
PFC Summer Volkman became a Marine. Can you? Visit Marines.com or call 1-800-MARINES.
Welcome back here on Regional Radio Sports. Paul Condry along with Coach Mark Gardner. 24-19, IU Northwest in the midst of a 7-0 run. We were deadlocked at 19 all at the 4:16 mark. And actually Bethel had a 19-17 lead, and Moritas gives up the dribble here in the backcourt. Yeah. On the floor for Bethel, it's Moritas along with Heimlich, DuBois, Parker, and Brickner, the Bethel starters. Here's Brickner on the left wing, comes out to Heimlich.
Yeah, 4 starters back in. Cam sitting with her 2 fouls. There's a good drive by DuBois.
Back here to Heimlich. Heimlich on the right wing. Shot on Moritas. Pass inside. Oh, here's DuBois looking for help. Back to Brickner. Triple. Good. Ryan Shelton just upset. Yeah. He realized what had happened.
He's in disbelief there. You work hard for 27 seconds and play good defense to give up a knockdown 3 to the best 3-point shooter on your opponent's team. There's an offensive foul right there, but
Roach got away with one there, and here comes Moritas and company. Moritas into the corner now here to Brickner. Jab steps by, finds the trailer. 3-point shots, a brick on the offering by Parker. Parker 2 of 11 on the year. At some point in time, here's a steal by Heimlich. Tips it over here to DuBois. DuBois on the drive, the shot, and she had knocked it away from behind. And Ryan Shelton is so upset about that last sequence, Coach, that he's got to take a timeout.
Yeah, he's not happy taking the timeout after the block shot. It's unfortunate the Pilots couldn't execute on that 2-on-1 break, basically a 2-0 break. But for the second time this evening, we saw Roach hustle back to break things up. So you got to come again. If you come to a jump stop, get your body in front of her, you pick up a foul. Instead, you shoot right-handed and put the ball right in front of the defender. It gets blocked out of bounds.
There's the horn. A quick reminder that we've got college basketball again tomorrow. Mark and I will be over at the File Center at McKenna Arena. Doubleheader, Holy Cross and St. Xavier's as we open up Chicagoland Collegiate Athletic Conference men's and women's basketball.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Paul, because I would have done the same thing I did once last year, and that would have been I'd have showed up at IUSB to an empty gym and then texted you in a panic and said, I'm on my way. So I thought I was at IUSB tomorrow. Nope. Maybe I'd have figured it out during the day at some point, but thank you. I'll adjust my work schedule, make sure I get over to the other side of town.
That's okay. Here's a pass inside to Parker. Back now to Brickner. Brickner on
Good
the drive.
Move.
Inside. Missed the shot, but Brickner got it back and powers it back up. Now here to DuBois. Now to Moritas. Her shot left it short. DuBois was hammered inside. Mark, that may be the best offensive sequence as far as pure energy and hustle that we've seen from this. This group was inside getting ornery.
It started with a great pump fake by Brickner, good strong move to the basket. I thought there was contact on 3 of those 4 shot attempts. Palace just kept playing through it and outworking their opponent to get the rebound. So about 4 offense putbacks on that opportunity. They only had 1 offense rebound before that possession.
The boy misses the free throw. She was 3 for 5 starting today. Averaging 5.5 points, 5.5 rebounds, a turnover, and an assist per game. She converts 1 of the 2, and it is now a 24-23 IU Northwest lead.
Maggie now with 3 points on the evening.
Borgen on the dribble, comes back out here to Salmon. Swing it to the right side here to Roach. Roach back out to the top now to Rubino. Far wing, 3, picture perfect for Emily Cox. For Cox, that's her 7th 3-ball of the year. It's now 27-23. And then a 30-second timeout for Eric Gingrich.
Yeah, Michelle dribbled right into the double team. You got to dribble to about 5 feet before the half-court line and then reverse it to the other side or throw it up and over the defense. You can't dribble across that line. If you do, you had 2 extra defenders with the half-court line and the sideline there. So you said Cox only hitting her 7th 3 in game number 7, but she's 7 of 12. So you better know where she's at when she's on the floor because she's now over 50% from three-point range.
Eric's down to 3 timeouts now.
Yeah, and like I said, that one, it was a frustration one, but he saved himself a possession, an important possession. But
if you get points out of it, you're going to be really happy.
Well, yeah, because Moritas was turning it over. And I love Michelle's energy. We talk all the time about the Energizer Bunny, but against a press like this, it's a laid-back half-court trap, and she's going full speed ahead right into it. You got to attack that half-court line and then back it up a little bit, let the defense show their hand, and then either throw over it or reverse it. Don't dribble right into it.
Here's Heimlich over on the far side wing. Comes out now to the top to Brickner. Left side now here to Du Bois. Now back to Heimlich at the point. Heimlich looks right, goes right to Moritas. Now to Brickner. Foul line extended right. Back out to Moritas at the top. Now to Heimlich. Back to Brickner. Back to Heimlich on the left wing. Heimlich with the crossover. Leans, shoots with the left hand. Couldn't get it to go. Roach the rebound. And Borgen has the ball. And
Pilots have fouls to give here. 10 seconds to go.
And they'll come out now here. Here's Roach on the dribble. Kick out into the corner. 3, no good. Rebound is Heimlich. Heimlich over the timeline. Shot from 40, no good. And 20 minutes are in the books here from Bethel College in Mishawaka, Indiana. We'll get a thought here from Kelsey Key here momentarily. And we'll do that. And then we'll have our post-game, our halftime show. Getting a little bit ahead of that myself there, Coach.
I was going to say, whoa, it's over?
Our coverage tonight being presented in part by our friends at the Gates Automotive Group during Gates' 90th birthday celebration. Choose from over 1,000 new and used cars, including Toyota RAV4s, along with Chevy Equinox Traverse for just $9,990. You can choose from a Toyota Camry or a Chevy Cruze for as little as $10,990. Or how about a big Chevy Silverado truck starting at just $259 a month? Still family owned and managed now by the 4th generation. Gates has been fair, friendly, familiar, and has served millions of loyal customers for the past 90 years. And also a quick reminder, if you're heading down for the state football championships, the place to stay is at the Crown Plaza, located in the heart of downtown Indianapolis, inside America's First Union Station. It's the closest full-service hotel to Lucas Oil Stadium. Convenient walking distance to restaurants and attractions. 2 restaurants on-site, indoor pool, complimentary Wi-Fi in all rooms and public areas. If you call for reservations and you use this group code FTB, you get a fan block rate for the nights of November 22nd, 23rd. We have this all set up. Bonus for everyone who wants to go down. You can call them at 317-631-2221 for reservations. And once again, 2018 State High School Football Championships are coming your way at the Crown Plaza, and we encourage you to stop over and do that. Let's get some thoughts here now from Bethel assistant coach Kelsey Key. And Kels, first of all, I thought it was a good start from a standpoint that you guys got yourself down 8-2, and you were able to fight to get back into the game. That's a step in the right direction.
Yeah, it is. Our girls showed some poise, some toughness there in the beginning. It's a senior-led team over there. They got a lot of seniors, a little bit of depth, so we had the ability to withstand that and fight back.
The other thing I thought, there was one possession down here where you had about 4 offensive rebounds in one particular instance, and I haven't seen that kind of fight and orneriness that you need to have in this game of basketball.
Yes, I agree. We've got a few freshmen that are really tough kids. They're tough-minded. They get after it. So that was really good to see in the first half. So.
Okay, you're down 4 here at the break. What you and Eric are going to talk about at the intermission?
Well, defensively, we're closing out short on three-point shooters. They've got some wide-open looks. We're not communicating very well on the backside, so we're losing some people. We're sitting in the help well, but then we're not getting up on the shooters on the backside. And then offensively, we're trying to get it into the middle in the zone and work the baseline a little bit more. If we can do that, I think we'll get wide-open looks on the perimeter like we did the last game in the second half against Cornerstone. So I think it's going to be a lot of the same thing.
Yeah, I feel like you guys have done a great job taking away the low post front and weak side defense. But like you said, not communicate well and finding shooters. If you had a headset on during these last 2 games, you would hear me always talk about the pitcher's mound, the soft spot of that zone. We got to find the middle of that zone because that breaks everything down. And so that'll be a key halftime adjustment for you.
Yeah, and Macy Heimlich's so good out of the middle spot. So if we can get her the basketball in there, she's a great passer. She sees the floor well, and she's really good at 15 feet. So we can make some things happen.
And that was one of the things I talked about last game. I thought you guys had all kinds of motion against the zone. Myself, personally, I'd rather put one person in there who's smart, who understands the game and sees the floor, let her kind of move and find that soft spot, because sometimes as soon as somebody vacates, that spot was open. So I like the idea of planting Macy in the middle, letting her go to work because she can hit that turnaround jumper or she can find her teammates.
Yep.
Okay, Kels, thanks for stopping by, kiddo. Appreciate
thank you guys.
All right. We'll be back with more of college basketball right after this brief timeout on Regional Radio Sports.
To be able to just get my son to St. Jude and not think about how we will pay for it, it just takes so much weight off of my family. St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
St. Jude continues to advance by increasing cure rates in childhood cancer. And donors are important to us because you get the feeling that you have a team behind you. When it comes to research and advancements, there are some things that only we can do because we have the resources and we have the focus. And so if St. Jude doesn't do it, who will?
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Welcome back here on Regional Radio Sports. Before we go over our halftime stats, we're pleased to announce that Travion Cruz has been named the Crossroads League Player of the Week for the 2nd consecutive week. He's joining us here at the intermission. I know that, this has been a long time coming for you. You and I, we've talked about this 2 or 3 times during our broadcast, but we got a new audience tonight. Most people are here watching the women's game, but you had to take some time off to get your academic affairs in order, and it's really been a story of 2 things. Number one, determination and fight for you to be able to get you in a position to be here today. 2-time Player of the Week, exciting. Your team is off to a perfect start. Can you share with the listening audience what's been the driving force to motivate you to not give up?
I think myself, wanting to play has been the driving force for me. Like I said, a lot of people was in my corner helping me, steering me to doing what I was supposed to be doing, but ultimately it was on me to do what I was supposed to be doing. So wanting to play was my driving force. 17
credit hours you were behind, and you were able to get that. That takes a lot of, when everybody else is out doing stuff, you're taking care of the business at hand. That had to be one of the toughest things you've ever had a chance to do.
Yeah. 17 hours was definitely a lot of classes, a lot of credits, but I was able to do it, and I'm happy I got it done.
Now, I know you've been probably besieged by some of the early numbers with the sports informations telling you you're off to a great start, one of the fastest starts in the history of the program. Now the key thing is, Travion, is keeping your wits, your mind around. I don't want to get my head a little bit too big here now, so let's talk about staying focused and making sure that you continue to not let your ego get the best of you, because that happens to all athletes, I think, at some point in time.
I think for me, it's taking it one game at a time. I'm approaching every game as one of the best games ever, to play. So I think taking it one game at a time and understanding that every competition that we play, everybody that we play has a chance to beat us. So I want to go out and perform to my best ability.
So you got you're going back home to Fort Wayne this week, Lincoln College on Friday, and then on Saturday, Indiana University East. Will it be special to have some of the home folk locally to see you play?
Yep, finally. Actually, I was talking to Ryan about having that Indiana Tech game at Fort Wayne, so it's okay though.
All right. Final thought: when you look at Crossroads League play coming up on the horizon, I think it's next Tuesday. You guys will be down at Taylor University. You've seen your team from at the end of the bench know what it's like, that every single game in the Crossroads League, it's like a street fight. It really is. It is a bloodbath. I've always said it's like the black and blue division of the National Football League. It's brutal. Let's talk about staying intense for every one of those games.
Conference is definitely tough. Every team in there has a chance to make it to the national tournament. So we want to come in there, approach it like it's our last game. We want to make sure that everything is sound for us and that we are on the same task and trying to do what we need to do to win games.
Really proud of you, man.
Thank you.
Outstanding. Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more of college basketball. We'll go over to Coach Mark Gardner with our first half stats. But once again, we want to thank our friends at the Gates Automotive Group for their longtime support. Gates' 90th birthday, but everyone gets to be part of the fabulous celebration during the month of November. Gates will be giving away 20 tropical family cruise vacations and exciting Las Vegas giveaways. All right, let's go over to Coach Mark Gardner with our first half stats. Coach?
The visitors from IU Northwest shooting 10 of 28, 36%. The Pilots are 8 of 28, 29%. Redhawks are 5 of 12 from downtown, 42%. The Pilots just 2 of 11, 19%. Visitors are 2 of 3 from the foul line. The Pilots are 5 of 6. 19 rebounds for IU Northwest, 18 for the Pilots, 3 on the offensive end for the visitors, 4 for the home team. 7 assists for Bethel on their 8 baskets, 5 assists for IU Northwest. 4 turnovers for both teams, only 7 total fouls in the half. Individual numbers. Borgen, 2 of 7 from the floor. She's got 4 points, but she grabbed 9 first half rebounds. O'Malley grabbed a rebound. Rabina, 1 of 5 from the floor. It was a 3-pointer, so she's got 3 points, 2 assists, 1 rebound. Seams is 1 of 2 from the floor. She's got 2 points and a rebound. Salmon is 2 of 5 from the floor. She's got 6 points. They're both 3-pointers. Taylon Oling picked up a foul. Roach has 9 points. She's got a triple. She's 4 of 8 from the floor. 3 of 8 from the floor. She knocked down both free throws. 9 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. And Emily Cox hit her only shot, a 3-pointer for the home team. Macy Heimlich, 2 of 6 from the floor, 0 of 2 from the 3-point line. She's got 5 rebounds, 4 points. Cam Glenn, 0 of 4 from the floor. 2 points, 2 rebounds, and assists, 2 fouls. She sat quite a bit because of the fouls. Look for her to come out and get that scoring up in double figures. Maggie Boy, 1 of 4 from the floor. She's got 3 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Tegan Parker is 0 of 1 from the floor. She did grab a rebound. Kiana Allen missed her only shot attempt. Michelle Moritas, 1 of 2 from the floor. It was a 3-pointer from way outside of the shot clock. 3 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Kelsey Brickner leading the way, 4 of 9 from the floor. She's got 11 points, it says here, but I disagree with that because it's only got her with 1 triple and she's hit 2. We'll take their stats, though. And Kristen Mon missed her only shot attempt. Sydney Williams has 1 assist.
We'll be back with more College Buckets right after this.
Centier Bank is Indiana's largest private family-owned bank. Since 1895, the Schrag family has built a legacy of success through business and by servicing the communities of northern and central Indiana. Centier's not-for-sale promise pledges to the communities we serve that we will continue to preserve independent banking in Indiana for generations to come. Centier Bank is proud to serve the communities of northern and central Indiana. Please visit Centier.com for more information, and don't forget to like us on Facebook, member FDIC.
Indiana High School football.
Inside fake, Ben Brown back pass, flushed out of the pocket, still on his feet. He looks, he throws downfield, the ball in the end zone. Caught! Unbelievable! 1 second
Regional Radio Sports Network.
All the way down, ball hits. Sagunovic in the hands at the 10-yard line. He gets to the 20, the 25, and he's got a big hole to the 30. He's going to break it. Bob Sagunovic will go all the way. The 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown. Bob Sagunovic goes the distance.
Experience the passion.
He's got a man right there. Flanagan at the 50, to the 40. Kevin Flanagan's going to go all the way to the end zone. Touchdown.
Friday nights on BSN.
This is boot camp. This is the real thing now. You've never done anything so hard in your life. You don't understand how you can finish. It takes inner strength and desire to become a Marine. When I finished, I was like, I did it. The moment I will never forget is when this drill instructor that I admired so much comes up to me and said, "Good morning, Marine."
PFC Summer Volkman became a Marine. Can you? Visit Marines.com or call 1-800-MARINES.
To be able to just get my son to St. Jude and not think about how we will pay for it, it just takes so much weight off of my family. St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Paul Condry along with Mark Gardner. Thanks again to our team up there, to Ben who's manning the camera. Of course, Tanya Condry with all the details here today. 27-23, Indiana University Northwest with the lead. Redhawks at 5-1. Coming into today's action, number 13 in the country in scoring defense per game, giving up only 53 a game. Number 14 in total blocks was 17. Number 17 in the country in steals was 64. Number 18 in field goal defense, holding their opponents to only 32%. Number 18 in rebounds. Now, a lot of it has to do with Michelle Borgen, who's number 10 in the country in blocks, number 11 in scoring, number 17 in rebounds. Gina Rubino, number 17 in assists, and Grace Roach, number 18 in scoring. Bethel, you look at some of where they're ranked nationally, number 9 in free throw percentage, number 17 in steals, number 17 in turnover margin was 6. Number 22 in steals per game at 13. Cam Glenn is number 23 in the country in total steals. Kelsey Brickner, number 30 in the country in points per game at 16.8. And she's also number 3 in total points score with 84. Cam Glenn, number 39 in the country in points per game at 16. Of course, if you look at IU Northwest a year ago, 15-16. It was the first sub-500 record for Ryan Shelton since back in 2012 and 13. He's had 8 winning seasons in the past 10, including trips to the NAI National Tournament in 2010, 2011. That 9-10 team, he scored 24 victories, which is a school record. He's already at the 200 victory plateau and recently was elevated to the athletic director status. So here we are, we're back underway. Here, those are some of the numbers in tonight's, and we're gonna call an illegal screen on Borgen. On the floor for IU Northwest, it's Michelle Borgen, Ashley O'Malley, Gina Rubino, Chloe Salmon, and Grace Roach. Bethel will counter with Macy Heimlich, Cam Glenn, Maggie DuBois, Tegan Parker, and Kelsey Brickner, respectively.
So Borgen picks up her second foul early on a moving screen. There's a nice move by Brickner.
Brickner leans in, missed the shot. Nice job defensively by Chloe Salmon just to make it difficult enough. And back to the top now. Here is Salmon going left side now to Roach. Roach, boy, look at the job that Heimlich's doing inside the low post. And now that's a good call.
That is a good call. You saw the same thing I did. Heimlich worked her tail off, but then she just shoved Borgen out of bounds, and you can't do that.
And give Michelle a lot of credit because she's not losing her cool here. I think she realizes that she's got a sizable advantage at 6'1" to Heimlich's at 5'8".
Yeah, Michelle said, "Go ahead, Macy, you can shove me." That's now your second foul, so you got to play a little smarter.
I'm going to tell you what, though, Heimlich is going to be strong.
She's got some Taya Bruce in her as far as I don't care. Oh, she just got
that time she
got right there.
She got sandwiched in between there. IU Northwest, here's a three-point shot from the top of the ring. Good from Rubino. And now it is a 30 23 lead. That is the largest lead of the evening.
Second chance points will get you that offensive rebound to come back to get you with those kick-out threes because you're not matched up.
Now with the basketball, now Cam Glenn on the far side goes to the free throw line to Heimlich, back to Glenn. Glenn back to Heimlich. Heimlich on the drive. Shoots from the left side, couldn't get it to go. Rebound. Ricochets into the hands of Ashley O'Malley.
I like the idea of getting Heimlich in the middle of that 2-3 zone there. She did a good job with that little sloppy on the shot attempt.
Now Salmon goes to the far side, triple, no good. Rebound. Brickner was fortunate that one went into her teammates, and here's Heimlich on the push out. Finding Parker on the far side, and she cannot hit the triple. Parker came into today's action, Coach, 2 of 11.
She's 0 of 2 tonight. They've both been good looks.
At some point in time, it's like Ryan Hartman was last year.
Kyle Hartman. Don't say that. Man. So, yes, I'll say when you look at the stats, it's quick to say why is she shooting that. But we're not in practice. I'm assuming she's knocking those down because she's shooting with confidence and nobody's telling her not to shoot them.
Roach.
But, yeah, she's had 2 good looks.
With the basketball now, O'Malley. I can't believe I said that.
You've been doing so well calling them Kyle for the past couple games.
That's because I don't have it written down in front of me.
Yep.
Remind me. Here's the ball to the deep left corner, and Kyle was just sitting over it. Here's a drive inside, ball deflected around and hustling after it is Salmon and Heimlich. Alternating possession favors the home team.
Yeah, Parker, or was it Parker or DuBois? One of them closed out and just got beat bad on the baseline there. Got to take
Pilots need a basket here. Here's Moritas.
So again, that's where Michelle got to slow down, let her teammates catch up with her.
Here's Cam Glenn, needs to get offensively going. Back out to the top. Now Moritas in the right wing, back to Heimlich at the point. To Cam Glenn, foul line extended left. Back here to the right side. Parker goes into the corner. Pass inside. And there's one where Heimlich is just, we got a rugby scum, and bodies flying everywhere. Heimlich with the takedown. 2 points.
Jump ball going the other way. And that's one where Heimlich's throwing, she's passing on a 6-footer to try and hit a teammate for a 4-footer. And there's a lot of hands in there and a lot of bodies, so just square up. Looks like the defense was more of a 3-2 look that time, which means your corner should be wide open, but we'll have to see what they set up in next time.
Roach with the ball over the timeline now, flares to the left side. Stell on the look. Deep left corner pass. Salmon shot off the rim. And here come the Pilots.
Look out.
DuBois comes back now to Moritas, and Moritas over the timeline now to Glenn. Cam crosses over, drive, shoots, and missed a wide open layup. Oh, that's an absolute killer.
Yeah, because I thought it was a great decision by Cam to pass on the wide. Oh, that's going to be Pilot's ball.
Tegan Parker with a nice job, and then she stepped on the, something. Ryan Shelton was standing there and lost my viewpoint out there.
Salmon was in the way when she tried to save it. She was out of bounds.
Okay.
But thought Cam had a wide open 3, and she passed, and it got right to the rack. Just couldn't hit the left-handed layup.
Moritas quickly over the timeline now. Comes over here to DuBois, back to Parker. Now to Moritas at the top of the circle. Goes to the right elbow, now to Heimlich. Now to Parker at the top. Over to the far side, 3-point shot, no good. And here come the Redhawks, a 7-point lead at the 6:17 mark. Bethel has not scored here in the third quarter. Inside of the low post, Borg. Oh, does she go into that offensive mode quickly? Turns, shoots, scores. 32-23 at 6:03 to go. And a timeout, Bethel College. Just keep in mind, Coach, that we were tied at 19 all at the 4:16 mark of the second quarter.
Yeah, getting Brickner back in. So this is where I have to talk, Paul, about playing the game and understanding the game. And so if you're the Pilots, you're getting that last look you got from Moritas is exactly what you want. The problem is you want it coming from Heimlich or Brickner. So you've got to recognize that this look is there during this offensive set. But we've got to get the right players in the right position.
No question about it. We're going to take a quick timeout, come back with more. 32-23 our score here. We'll be back right after this on Regional Radio Sports.
Whatever you want to grow, Teachers Credit Union is ready to help. Visit a branch or tcunet.com today. Teachers Credit Union, financial solutions. Teachers Credit Union deposits are federally insured by the NCUA, and we are an equal housing opportunity.
Welcome back here on Regional Radio Sports. Paul Condry along with Coach Mark Gardner. 32-23 our score here at the intermission. At the end of one, it was 14-11 Redhawks. At the half, it was 27-23 Redhawks. And here we are at the 6-minute mark, 32-23 Redhawks.
Our listeners didn't hear it during the break, but I told Amanda that her and the crew were doing a great job tonight. I know we're always tough on the officials when they have a bad night, but this trio has done a good job. They've let them play. They've been consistent. There's not been a lot of fouls called, but it's certainly been called the same both ways. So
yeah, we see Amanda Bender, who you're talking about, a wide variety of times. And one of the other gals we've seen.
Along the baseline we see quite a bit, and I forget her name now.
With the basketball now, Brickner. Now it goes into the corner, now to DuBois.
So man-to-man defense coming out of the timeout.
Heimlich triple, in and out. Good look. Ball's on the floor. It'll be BC basketball in the alternating possession.
We've actually had more jump balls than fouls called tonight. And again, the officials have called it consistent, but the young ladies are diving all over the place and fighting
Digging
for the ball, and I like that.
Be consistent. That's all you can ask for.
Playing hard on both ends of the floor.
Heimlich gets it down to Brickner. Brickner with a shot inside, and she'll earn 2 free throws. Taking it right now to Borgen. That'll be 3 on her.
That's a big foul right there.
That'll be decision time from Ryan Shelton, and Coach Shelton immediately will call upon Emily Cox, the Erie, Illinois native, to come into the game. She's a 5'10 junior. Averages 4 points and a rebound. Borgen picking up that 3rd foul there. Brickner was able to knock down a free throw. 32-24 at the 5:34 mark. Roach, top of the circle, reverses it back here to Rubino on the near wing. Deep left corner pass, and coming off the dribble drive, and that'll be a foul on DuBois on the hand check. And a nice aggressive move going to the goal. I like that.
Yeah, Pilots are lucky that foul was called, though, because she had the corner turned, and there was no help side defense again. Everybody's just letting her go.
And now, once again, to inbound the Redhawks. They'll come out on the perimeter now. Salmon. Over to the far side, Roach. Grace, triple, caroms off the iron, rebound. This time the Lady Pilots did not get the box out. Here's Roach shot. I believe DuBois got a hand on that.
And DuBois with the block shot. It's a nice play right there. Here's Moritas attacking.
Moritas with the crossover. Flares out now to DuBois. Now to Brickner at the top, now to Glenn. Cam on the dribble drive. Shot no good. A rebound ripped out of there.
Cam's forcing things right now.
Ashley O'Malley with the carom. Now Grace Roach. Skip pass to the far side. That's a brick on the offering there from Salmon. And here come the Lady Pilots. Lady Pilots have scored 1 point here in the first 3.5 minutes. DuBois, the right-handed triple, got it to roll. Just like that, Lady Pilots are within 5 at the 4:23 mark.
Right back in it. That's good ball movement. Moritas goes baseline, kick out to Brickner, swings it to Glenn, who then hits DuBois for the 3.
Now over the timeline, now Rubino goes to Grace Roach here in the left wing. Quickly back to Rubino on the right wing. Comes around a high side screen from Ashley O'Malley. Ball deflected and stolen by Brickner.
Attack it.
Brickner is going to drive, shoot, and score. 32-29. As soon as I talk about the scoring woes of the Lady Pilots, they score 5 points in about 15 seconds.
Yeah, Brickner now with 15. There's a bad defensive play and that's a blocking call. It's a bad decision by Heimlich. Good
Grace
call by the
Roach,
officials.
But Grace did the right thing of taking it in there and making the play happen.
Yeah, DuBois just got beat right off the dribble. You've got to take that away. Pilots are giving up dribble drive way too easy.
Right-handed free throws off the rim for Roach. Roach, an 87% free throw shooter. Averages 3 assists, a steal, 3 turnovers, 4 rebounds, and 15.5 points a game.
She's got 9 points tonight, but she had 9 points early.
Second free throw good, so she converts 1 of the 2, making it 33-29. 3:42 to go in the third quarter. Heimlich here, right wing. Bounce pass now here to DuBois. DuBois splits the defense.
Right idea.
She throws it away.
Right idea, just too long of a pass. Opposite was there.
Grace Roach with a little jab step coming across the timeline. Leaves Mariah to center dust. Here's Roach back at the top. Jab step right. Now comes left. The Cox into the corner now to Seams. Back now here to Salmon driving, shooting, and scoring. 35-29. 3:08 to go in the third.
Dribble drive continues to hurt the Pilots.
Cam Glenn here on the right wing. Gives up the dribble now to Moritas at the top. Michelle drives. Back out here to Cam. Glenn, three, good. 35-32 on the Cam Glenn triple at the 2:49 mark.
And nobody was at the foul line for Michelle to throw it to get in the middle of the zone, so she just dribbled the ball in the middle of the zone and then kicked out for the three.
You can do it both ways.
Absolutely, same result.
Here is Cox back out here to Seams, left side now to Roach. Roach still on the dribble. Flares back out, and she'll re-engage the offense at the top now. Trying to wait for a screen from Oling. Now into the left corner, shot clock winding down.
Oh, it's a double dribble.
Nice job by the Lady Pilots on the defensive end to create the turnover. 3-point ball game, 2:20 to go. You know what's interesting, Coach, and I know I pointed this out to you. Bethel, or IU Northwest, their first game of the year, they lost to Aquinas 56-53. Bethel played Aquinas, and that would have been about 10 days later, and lost to Aquinas 72-55.
Yep, that's why we play the game, and that's what happens when you deal with 18 to 22-year-olds. Think about it, we saw IUSB play terrible, and then some turn around here and make the Pilots fight for every minute of that win they had. So
Seems guilty of the foul. It'll be the third team foul. Ryan Shelton wasn't necessarily happy about the call right there.
No, but it was one of those where she went to throw the pass, and the pass ended up out of bounds because of the context, so you have to call the foul.
DuBois on the dribble. Nice cutoff by Roach. Back to Brickner.
There's your shooter.
Brickner, triple, book it. And we are tied at 35 all at the 1:48 mark.
And if I'm Coach Sexton, I have to ask my team, how do we let Brickner get open?
Well, that's what he talked about in the pregame show.
Even though it's a zone, everybody has to be talking about where the shooter is. She's the shooter.
Roach, just keep in mind, IU Northwest just moments ago had a 9-point lead. Here's Brickner on the floor scrumming for the loose ball. Coach, is it my observation just that this team has been on the floor more tonight than they have been all year long? They've been scrapping out there tonight. They've been physical.
Yeah, and I think this is one of those that they've tasted success this year. In the past, when you're 1-4, it's easy to go, oh, we're 1-4, the ball's on the ground. We'll let it go. Now, we're 4-1, we have something to fight for.
Sure.
So there's carryover, and there's a reason they're 4-1.
Kristen Monchek's in the game, and back in is Tegan Parker as Cam Glenn came out. 1:30 to go in the third quarter, 35-35 ball game. And to inbound will be Emily Cox to the right of the lane. Goes back out now to Grace Roach. Now gives way to Salmon, back to Roach for the triple, and she buries it. And Eric Gingrich told them they were going to do it, and they did exactly that. 38-35, 1:19 to go.
Yeah, that's her 13th triple on the season. You have to know where she's at. Just like I said, Brickner can't be open. Roach can't be left open.
Here is Brickner back out now to Moritas. Skip pass now to DuBois, now to Kristen Ma. Bounce pass inside to Moritas. Oh, she had a layup.
Yeah, but she's got a mismatch. I don't like her posting up because I'm not sure what she's going to do in there anyway.
7 on the shot clock. Mon loads up the triple and knocks it down. Kristen Mon knocking down her second triple of the year. We're tied at 38 all.
Yeah, I think that's a good decision by Michelle not to try and attack Cox. Like I said, I often wonder why point guards post up and why people throw them the ball anyway.
Brittany Williams now in the game for IU Northwest. We're in jersey 11. Here's Seams on the drive. Leans, shoots, no good, and the rebound laid up and in by the aforementioned Brittany Williams, the former Maryville Pirate. She only played 1 minute all year.
Yeah, and she looked at the bench and said, that was way too easy. Nobody's going to put a body on me. I'm just going to get me offensive putbacks.
Here is Brickner at the top now.
Turn and look. You got a wide open Mon in the corner. You got to square up.
Now with 13 on the third quarter Gamecock. Over here to the far side now. On the dribble drive. Kick out, Mon over there again with 3. Mon, shot on the way, and she got hammered and no call. And 3 quarters are in the books, 40-35. 38. IU Northwest will be back with the fourth quarter right after this on Regional Radio Sports.
They say growth is a journey and not a destination. At Teachers Credit Union, we agree. Helping our communities grow has been our mission ever since we began our journey in 1931. And supporting our members' growth has helped us to become Indiana's largest credit union. And we're just getting started. Whatever you want to grow, Teachers Credit Union is ready to help. Visit a branch or tcunet.com today. Teachers Credit Union deposits are federally insured by the NCUA, and we are an equal housing opportunity.
When your child's in the hospital, the last thing you want to do is to leave their bedside.
If we had to leave the hospital at any time, it would have drove us nuts.
The family room was definitely a blessing for us. We needed to be close to our daughter, and it gave us exactly what we needed at that time.
Make a difference in the life of a family when they need it most. Give to the Ronald McDonald House at Memorial Children's Hospital in South Bend. Donate to our new house at loveshinethrough.org.
Welcome back here on Regional Radio Sports. Paul Condry, along with Mark Gardner. Special thanks to our team up behind us for their great work. Ben and Tanya up there doing all the dirty work. Coach, we move into the fourth quarter, 2-point ball game. Anybody's game to win here with 10 minutes to go.
Yeah, and for the Lady Pilots, it's been kind of the tale of two teams in each quarter. They got off to a terrible start in the first quarter, finished strong. Same thing there in the third quarter, got off to a terrible start and then finished strong. So see what happens here in this fourth quarter.
Lead change has been twice, 5 ties in the ballgame. The last tie was just moments ago at 38 overtime. Here's Mom with the triple air ball. Brickner's there for the easy putback, and it's a 40-40 ballgame.
I was just going to say, Borgen checks back in with 3 fouls, and she gave Brickner that layup because she couldn't foul, but if she'd have boxed out, she wouldn't have had to worry about it.
Exactly. Rubino at the top, crosses over, goes now
that's a
Williams.
Bad mismatch down low.
And here is a foul on Moritas. You know what I'm impressed with is how Michelle Borgen is not losing her cool.
No, she had Moritas banging on her kneecap that entire possession. And, we say this about Caleb Ochin. Kudos to Michelle for getting down there and fighting, but you got to start screaming for help and switch.
Here's Borgen with a miss. Second shot. She's fouled on the putback opportunity, and she'll go to the line.
Heimlich's going to pick up her 4th, I believe.
That's a huge dynamic.
Yeah,
that's going to be the case.
Yeah, that's a big foul right now.
Because that is your floor general.
Yeah.
And now back in will be Maggie DuBois, the 5'10 freshman from Rossville High. Heimlich, the North Wide product, will exit here.
But that foul there she has to take because you can't go up a layup in that situation. You're just fighting. This is where the shove in the back, 8 minutes ago, is just a silly foul. When you're already playing with 2, again, that's why I say kudos to her for fighting hard, but sometimes you just have to recognize I'm in a bad position here, and you let her go ahead and have the rebound.
41-40, IU Northwest here at the 9:16 mark.
You got to attack Brickner's side of the floor, I think, against this defense here. Make the defense come in and then kick it out to your shooter.
Brickner at the top, fakes the triple, comes back now here to DuBois. Back to Mon. Back to Moritas on the far wing. Back here to DuBois. Or check that, Parker. Back to Brickner. Her triple, no good. Rebound, Borgen.
So that's who you want shooting the ball, though. And you're in this offense right here on this team that's on the floor. You want to get the ball to her, give her a look.
O'Malley near side wing. Looking for help. Coming out to the top now here to Salmon. Right wing now here to Rubino into the corner now to.
Good hands.
Steal. Moritas coast to coast with a jump stop on the score with the left hand. Bethel leads it 42-41.
Smallest player on the floor, biggest heart. Just tips it away with her hand and then goes coast to coast.
Here's Salmon. Coming up top now here to Williams. Williams veers to the right, goes and a whistle and a timeout for Coach Ryan Shelton and the Red Hawks. 8 minutes and 12 seconds to go in regulation. Bethel a 42-41 leader. We'll be back with more after this.
Every day, the men and women of the United States Marine Corps demonstrate their commitment to defend the American way of life. Since 1775, we have served our nation as a force in readiness.
Get some rear security.
From combat operations to humanitarian assistance in every corner of the world. No matter where the mission takes us today or wherever our country needs us tomorrow, we always remember the land we call home. As Marines, we take a stand for each other, for our nation, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Welcome back here on Regional Radio Sports. Paul County along with Coach Mark Gardner. 42-41 Bethel here with 8 minutes to go in regulation. Here's Grace Roach, former Hooper Bricky, getting it out here to Salmon. Back to Roach for the 3-ball, and she knocks it down as the horn sounds. 44-42. Those Brickies can shoot, Coach, I got to tell you.
Saw the same reaction from Coach Gingrich that we saw from Coach Sexton earlier in the half. You defend for 27 seconds and give up a triple to the best shooter on the opposing team.
Here's Moritas, bounce pass now here to Boy. Shot on the way, score it. We are deadlocked at 44 all. 7:29 to go.
Good things happen when the ball gets in the middle of that 2-3 zone. It's a great pass, good cut by DuBois to finish in the baseline short corner jumper.
Salmon goes over to Roach on the far side. Back out here to Borgen at the top. Now Borgen on the drive. Kick out here to O'Malley in the corner. Back out to the top now here to Salmon. Now to the far side. Gina Rubino goes here inside to Borgen. She fakes, shoots. I thought she switched pivot feet. And here's
that's got to be her fourth foul. Holy cow.
And now here's Moritas bringing it over the timeline now. Finds Cam Glennon in the corner. Back out to Moritas. Back to DuBois here. Now to Parker in the deep right corner.
They're man-to-man and nobody's on Cam.
Cam wide open, missed the shot. Rebound, Moritas. Back out here to the top now. Parker, a brick.
That's one where she's wide open, and now she is 0 for 2. And, yeah, you just have to do something else besides shoot that. Take 2 dribbles in and shoot a free throw.
With the basketball now here, Salmon on the dribble drive. Back out here to Roach. She jab steps, drives, flares out to the corner.
Let's double dribble, yeah.
And a turnover.
The official was not going to call it, and Roach actually gave up on the play and picked it up to look at the official to throw her the ball and realized at that point the official had to call it. She was going to get away with one.
44-44 ball game at the 6:10 mark. Here's DuBois. Kick back out to Moritas in the corner, now to Brickner. Back here to the top now. Parker into the corner, now to DuBois. Back to Moritas. She jabs, drives. Back to Brickner. Brickner, 14-foot leaner, no good. Rebound, O'Malley of IU Northwest.
Paul, I don't know if something's wrong with Cam Glenn right now, but I know she's playing with no confidence. Somebody needs to get on her and tell her, shoot if you're open or attack the basket. We know you haven't played well tonight offensively. It doesn't matter. You have a game to win.
Roach goes inside to the low post. Borgen's shot misses. Good double team by the Pilots. Made it difficult. And Lady Pilots, some of those gals out there are gassed. And Heimlich coming in and out of the ballgame will be Tegan Parker, the West Lafayette product. This Bethel team is so young, it's scary.
Yeah, you've got 2 sophomores, 2 freshmen, and Cam out there. But Cam has got to look to get to the basket.
Back out to the top to Moritas. Moritas back to Brickner on the right wing. Kelsey with the ball over her head, waits for a cutter. Goes to Heimlich in the corner. Heimlich comes back out here now to Cam Glenn. Brickner looks, 8 on the shot clock. Goes down to Heimlich, step back out. Back out to Moritas, back to Heimlich. Heimlich with the crossover, shot on the way. If it goes, it's in. It scores. It went down. It just held up there forever. 46-44 with 4:54 to go.
Everybody in the gym kind of stopped to watch that one drop, and there's still 5 minutes of ball to play.
That stayed up there longer than it takes to recount the Florida votes.
Wait, there was an election? Whoa.
With the basketball now, the Pilots. DuBois goes over here to Moritas, now to Heimlich. They throw it inside, and that's a turnover. Man. I tell you, the turnovers come at the most inopportune time.
Yeah, slow things down. Be patient. Again, you got to attack Brickner's side of the floor. If her defender leaks off, or you got to kick it out to her. She's got 20 points this evening, almost half your team's points.
Gina Rubino comes up to the left elbow, not a Borgen. Into Roach. Roach shoots from the left block. No good. Cam Glenn had it stolen away from her. Roach shoots from the right block. And then the ball's deflected into the hands of Heimlich, and she wins the wrestle war, but it's IU Northwest basketball. They are not calling anything, Coach.
They're letting them play. They're letting them play on both ends of the floor.
Yeah.
And advantage Roach because she's using her body and banging on people.
And a timeout, IU Northwest. 4 minutes and 7 seconds to go in regulation. Bethel a 2-point lead. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with more of College Buckets right after this.
Every day, the men and women of the United States Marine Corps demonstrate their commitment to defend the American way of life. Since 1775, we have served our nation as a force in readiness. From combat operations to humanitarian assistance in every corner of the world. No matter where the mission takes us today, or wherever our country needs us tomorrow, we always remember the land we call home. As Marines, we take a stand for each other, for our nation, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Condry and Gardner here live from Bethel College. Glad you can join us. What a ballgame. 46-44 Pilots. 5-1 IU Northwest, 4-1 Bethel College. To inbound, it'll be Gina Romino underneath her own goal to the left of the lane from where Mark and I sit. She comes out high now here to Salmon. Salmon gives way now to Roach. Back here to the near side to Rubino.
Heimlich cannot pick up her fifth foul defending down there.
With the ball now here, Roach. Looks over here to the near side to Rubino. Rubino on the drive, cut off, goes down to O'Malley. O'Malley back to Grace Roach with 10 on the shot clock. 3:47 on the game clock. Roach splits the defense, shoots, missed the shot. Rebound into the hands of Moritas, and then a foul whistled on
Rubino. Her first,
Rubino.
team second. So both teams with 2 fouls. Remember, we don't shoot until the 5th foul. It's 2 shot fouls after 2 shots after 5th foul.
And now Moritas will bring it up quickly. Now into the forecourt. Comes up here to Heimlich on the right elbow. Kick out to Brickner. Brickner 3 off the iron, no good. Rebound. Heimlich back to and Sydney Williams guilty of the touch.
Yeah, but it's a silly foul.
Yeah.
Coach Gingrich is yelling, don't foul. And sometimes as a coach, as you're yelling, don't foul, the officials more. It's like when you see the sign that says wet paint, the first thing you do is you touch it. As a coach, you're yelling, don't foul.
You would do that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And so coach is yelling, don't foul, so the official calls the foul.
3-point shot from the far wing goes in and out on the Salmon offering. Now Cam Glenn will push the ball up now. Now gives way to Moritas, and Michelle gets it over to Heimlich here into the forecourt here at the 3-minute mark. Bethel by 2. Williams gives way now to Cam Glenn.
I want to see her attack and do something.
Williams over here on our right in front of our vantage point, now to Heimlich. Heimlich looking for help, comes around a screen. Heimlich on the drive, kick out to Cam. Cam back out to Moritas. Now to the far side, Heimlich, triple off the rim. Here come the Redhawks flying up the store. Now here the ball in the hands of Roach. Skip pass here to O'Malley. O'Malley back here on the left wing now. Over here on the near side, out of Salmon. Quickly to Rubino on the right wing.
Sydney Williams doing a great job fronting Borgen to eliminate her from the offensive set.
Roach now at the top with 5 on the shot clock. Comes to Radisky, step back for 3. Off the iron, no good. Moritas with the rebound. Moritas over the timeline now. On the drive, looking for help. Comes back to Heimlich. Inside, Williams.
Right idea. Right idea. Williams dove, she was open, and Heimlich just threw it a little too high.
And now it'll be 2 minutes to go in the ball game, and once again, we're still at 46-44.
Good minutes for Sydney Williams right there. Real good minutes. That's a great basket cut there. Just unfortunate that Heimlich overthrew her.
You know, if you bounce past there, that's an easy field goal. With the ball here is Roach. Grace Roach on the drive. Step back and a ball deflected and stolen because of the play by DuBois. Now here's Brickner on the dribble dive.
And the Pilots need to realize, Paul, they're winning right now. They don't need to rush the ball up the floor.
Here's Moraitis. Now going to DuBois. DuBois on the dribble. Jab step. Turns, shoots the 12-footer, goes in and out of the cylinder.
When was the last time that IU Northwest scored?
At the 7:48 mark.
Yeah, 6 minutes they haven't scored, so that's why slow it down. Defend and then slow it down. They've got to foul you 4 times, put you to the free throw line. But you got to get a stop here.
Roach kick out to the corner. Rubino with the triple, finally got it to go.
Now you're in trouble.
47-44, Redhawks on the triple by Rubino with 68 seconds to go in the ballgame.
Rubino knocking down her 3rd triple. She's got 9 points.
Rubino now with 15 triples on the year. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with more right after this.
They came from every corner of the country, from small towns and big cities. But they all shared one thing in common. They belonged to a family called Marines, a tough and determined few dedicated to protecting everything we hold sacred. And still, they come. Celebrate the history of those proud few who have earned the title Marine.
Welcome back here on Regional Radio Sports. Crossroads League tonight. Busy night. Mount Vernon is at Asbury University. Huntington is at Rochester. A couple teams receiving votes. 4th-ranked Marion is at IU East, also receiving some votes. Kalamazoo College is at Goshen. St. Francis is at Ohio Christian. Coming up on the 16th, IU East will be at Indiana Wesleyan in the Crossroads League River States Classic. West Virginia Institute will be at Marion. Spring Arbor at IU Southeast at the Huntington Classic. Great Lakes Christian College will be at the Grace Forbes. And Bethel will be at the Lincoln College. Viterbo will be at Goshen. St. Francis will be at Point Park at the Marion Classic. Cincinnati Christian will be at 19th ranked Taylor. IU Kokomo will be at Huntington in the Huntington Classic. Right now, Taylor at 5-1. There are 4 teams at 4-1. Here's Cam Glenn with a drive. Missed the shot. Rebound into the hands of Borgen. They had the person they wanted with the ball in hands, and she just missed the shot.
Yeah, she turned strong, went to the basket strong, just came up short on the finish.
Oh, that was a double dribble right there by. Here's a baseline shot missed. Brickner the rebound on the Salmon missed shot.
IU Northwest has 3 fouls to give, Paul, so it'll be interesting to see if they defend or if they just foul here.
And a timeout, Eric Gingrich and company. He takes a timeout here with 33.7 seconds to go. And coach is going to go in the huddle here and find out some of the details. We'll be back with more right after this. 47-46 Redhawks with 33.7 to go in regulation.
When your child's in the hospital, the last thing you want to do is to leave their bedside.
If we had to leave the hospital at any time, it would have drove us nuts.
The family room was definitely a blessing for us. We needed to be close to our daughter, and it gave us exactly what we needed at that time.
Make a difference in the life of a family when they need it most. Give to the Ronald McDonald House at Memorial Children's Hospital in South Bend. Donate to our new house at loveshinethrough.org.
Back to live play. Paul County coach Mark Gardner. Heimlich to inbound the ball right in front of our vantage point.
I did not hear Coach Sexton say anything about fouling. He did say if Bethel scores, they'll call timeout, advance it to half court.
Heimlich goes inside to Brickner. Brickner to the goal. She scores, and she is fouled. Pilots now lead 48-47 with 27.4 to go.
So as a coach, so many times you call timeout or you come out at halftime and your team throws the ball out of bounds or something.
And she completes the old-fashioned three-point play, and it's 49-47.
And IU Northwest had no idea that it was a one-shot foul. They checked out after that made basket. ball went to the basket, and they all stood there like coach did say what to do if we give up a foul on a basket there. So,
and a timeout for Ryan Shelton and company, as one of these teams is going to earn their second loss of the.
So,
Coach.
Yeah, unlike what I was talking about, IU Northwest had fouls to give. They let the Pilots score. Kat Gingrich just came over and said, is that correct? We only have 3 fouls, right? So the Pilots have a foul to give here. And those are things that Eric can't be thinking about that, Coach Sex. That's why you have assistant coaches, or Coach Shelton, I'm sorry. That's why you have assistant coaches in your ear saying, hey, Coach, we've got this many timeouts, we've got fouls to give. And, so that's
we got a couple rookie coaches down there, really. Janelle Vazikas in her second year.
Yeah.
Wesley Wilson.
And this is where Coach Shelton misses his longtime assistant.
Yeah, this is really.
Yep, it's times like this because those are the guys that are.
Coach Markville been coaching for 30 years before he passed away earlier in the year.
As a head coach, you're so focused on what's going on. You need your assistants talking to you when somebody's got 4 fouls, when somebody's tired, when you see Here
we
but
go.
For the Pilots, you don't want to use that foul early. You want to let them inbound, get this thing under.
Emily Cox.
There you go. D up
back here to Rubino. Rubino 1-on-1 against Cam Glenn.
Once it gets under about 10 seconds, you use up that foul, but don't use it now.
Here's a pass now here to Roach. Roach around a screen on the drive. Leans, shoots, scores. We're tied at 49-49 with 13 seconds to go.
Get the ball to Cam. Get the ball to Cam. There you go.
Back now here to Heimlich. Heimlich on the drive with 5. Heimlich over here to Du Bois. Missed the bunny. The follow-up rolls out here to Cam, and we're going to overtime. 49-49 as we end regulation here tonight from Bethel. We'll be back with more to tell you all about it right after this on Regional Radio Sports.
Never give in. Never give in. Never, never, never. In nothing, great or small, large or petty, never give in except to convictions of honor and good sense.
Winston Churchill's immortal words stirred an entire country in the face of certain defeat. Today, these words give each of us the courage to reach for our own victories.
Never give in. Never give in. Never, never, never.
Commitment. Pass it on. From the Foundation for a Better Life at values.com.
Whatever you want to grow, Teachers Credit Union is ready to help. Visit a branch or tcunet.com today. Teachers Credit Union, financial solutions. Teachers Credit Union deposits are federally insured by the NCUA, and we are an equal housing opportunity.
Paul Condry, Mark Gardner, glad you can join us here tonight from Bethel College in Mishawaka, Indiana. IU Northwest was a 14-11 leader at the end of 1. IU Northwest led 27-23 at the end of 2. At the end of 3, it was 40-38 to Redhawks, and here we are at the end of 4. We're tied 49-49.
A couple things there in that last 20 seconds, Paul. You can't let Roach be the one that scores. And she's their best player this evening. She's got 18 points. If she's going to score, it has to be going left. You can't let her go to her strong hand to the right. So Maritas got beat to the right. There was no help side defense there, and you had a foul to give. So once you get beat, reach in, foul, make them reset things up with 10 or 12 seconds. And then the Pilots had a timeout to use, too. I think the players were expecting Coach Gingrich to call timeout and move the ball up here to half court, and he wanted them to play through it. And he was yelling to get the ball to Cam, and as soon as Cam got it, she kicked it over to Macy. So they got a good look. Macy penetrated, kicked it off to Du Bois, and then, unfortunately, they fought for the rebound.
And we'll jump it up, and Borgen wins the jump ball. And now into the far corner now. Salmon, triple, good. 52-49, Redhawks.
You fight so long, you go on a 7-minute stretch without being able to score in regulation, and then you turn around and score the last 2 of the game, and then knocked on that. It was a nice backdoor cut to Brickner.
Roach with a nice play defensively.
She's a keeper right there. I'll tell you what, Paul, I'm impressed the way she plays basketball.
Roach skip pass over here to Emily Cox, back out to the top now to Rubino. Back to the far side to Salmon, inside to Borgen. Her shot no good. Rebound goes off of Brickner out of bounds.
I'm not sure why the shot clock is not reset, because I thought she hit the rim there on that shot attempt. We'll see if anybody notices that. There it goes. We've been talking about the fact that Brickner got hammered down there, and I thought there was contact there. Again, the officials have been consistent. They're letting you play.
Roach comes back out here on the perimeter now to Rubino. And Barrino goes around a high side screen, flares left on the wing. Now back to the top. They swing it to the left side now here to Salmon, and she buries the 3 ball. 55-49, back-to-back triples.
This is what Coach talked about in pregame. There's Cam attacking the basket. Now she gets one to fall. You got Borgen, who is so talented on the inside. You have to so worry about taking her away that she's surrounded with these shooters that are just knocking down triples. They've got 10 3-pointers tonight.
Rubino now in between the rings. Hawked out there by Maggie DuBois. DuBois getting down to that defensive stance. Gives up the play to Rubino on the far wing now. Rubino comes out to the top, now to Salmon. She backs it out of harm's way. It was 7 on the shot clock. Coming up, looking. And she traveled, and here's the drive inside to Borgen, and she scores the easy goal. 57-51, 3:23 to go.
Yeah, she came to a hop step there on the pass.
Here is Brickner with a drive. Pull up 12-footer, short, Borgen the rebound. Now Grace Roach over the timeline now. Hawked out there by Moritas. Now at the Salmon. The Paw Michigan product. Stops the dribble, goes right side of Rubino. Rubino looking. Flares up high now to Borgen. Borgen on the drive. She's going to the rack. Leans, shot, no good, and they're going to whistle inside.
Might be Heimlich's 5th foul.
And that will be.
It's a big foul right there.
And now you'll call upon Tegan Parker. As Heimlich is going to foul out of the ballgame at the 2:52 mark. That really changes a lot. I mean, she's the physical player inside, not afraid to put a body on people.
And she got the ball with 5 seconds to go in regulation and didn't panic. Got to the basket, made a nice pass to her teammate. She understands pressure situations. So I think there's a lot of intangibles that she loses when she goes to the bench.
Borgen's free throw is a brick. Borgen, who came into today's action shooting 75%. She missed 2 free throws to start the basketball game.
Yeah, she's 1 for 4. She does have 14 rebounds. If she knocks this down, she'll have 10 points. So
another
my
brick.
Goodness.
And Moritas tracks down the Pumpkin.
Got Cam right behind you there. Just get some spacing. Still plenty of time here. 2.5 minutes to go.
DuBois on the right elbow, waiting for a cutter. Comes back now to Parker, back to DuBois. Now to Cam Glenn on the right wing. Cam coming across the screen. Now they go to Parker on the far side, now to Brickner. Brickner shoved in the back, and she was fouled. Good call. And the hand check, and that will...
O'Malley picking up her 2nd foul. Team's 3rd.
And it'll be BC basketball. 2:26 to go in overtime.
Still think Cam needs to be aggressive, Paul.
6-point Red Hawk lead. Here's Brickner squaring up. Turns. Shovels inside of Moritas, and she scores the layup. 57-53. Michelle with a nice little play and a good movement off the ball.
Yeah, great basket cut by Michelle and a good pass by Brickner. She's got 23 points. Could have been selfish. She gave it up there. Cam picks up foul number 3. It'll send Roach to the line. They're in the 2-shot situation now. Roach is 3 of 4 from the foul line tonight.
They called that foul on Cam.
Yeah, Cam ran her over from behind. Just out of control.
And now Roach to the line, an 87% free throw shooter.
And that's not what you want to do. You want to make them earn a basket, not send their best foul shooter to the line.
2:12 to go, and Roach again. And this time no good. So 1 of 2 on the trip down the line.
Maggie DuBois picks up rebound number 9 to go along with 8 points this evening.
Cam Glenn back out here to DuBois.
Oh, my goodness.
She traveled with the basketball.
Eric wants the juggling call. And he might be right, but you know how I feel about that call. That's where I feel like Cam's, she's too quick to give up the ball right now. She's not playing with confidence.
Roach has been the best player on the floor tonight, hands down.
Yeah, she's a ball player. I'm real impressed with her, the way she talks, the way she gets after it.
Salmon flares out to the right wing, gives it up. Roach comes and gets the ball.
But I feel like this has been kind of a coming out party for Maggie DuBois as well. Like I said, she's pushing a double-double and playing well.
Here's a drive by Rubino, cut up, goes up
Good
high.
hands by Parker.
Oh, there's a turnover there.
Carried it. Yes, she did.
And here's your three-point shot that's going to kill you. Salmon knocks down the triple, and now it's a 61-53 ball game.
And Eric is absolutely right. Rubino carried that ball on her shoulder before.
Brickner's triple no good. And the sands of the hourglass running out for the Lady Pilots. Timeout, Ryan Shelton. They're going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, that's definitely a missed call there as the dribble came up, got pinned on the shoulder, and then kicked out for the three.
Boy, but the tone was set right from the get-go with back-to-back triples in the overtime. It was almost as if IU Northwest, once they got it to overtime, they realized, okay, we can relax now. We got 5 minutes to play.
Yeah, but here's your stat, Paul. Bethel has 20 buckets. IU Northwest has 22 buckets. They've hit 12 triples. And we talked last year, the Bethel men could not defend the three-pointer, and it cost them games like this when you can't trade baskets but give up 12 extra points. So there's your difference.
1:19 to go in the first overtime, 61-53. The visitors from Gary, Indiana University Northwest, just off of the Borman Expressway there off Broadway. Ryan Shelton, who's been at the top there for 12 seasons. 8 of the last 10, they've had a winning record. He's the winningest coach in the history of their basketball program. And now O'Malley to inbound the ball to go from right to left. O'Malley doesn't hurt you on the score sheet, but she's steady.
She's not taking a shot tonight. I think she's 0 of 1 from the floor.
Yeah, but how many minutes played?
A lot.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
No, I agree. Yeah, I think you sag off her defensively, like you said. She's kind of the quiet one that just takes care of things, sets screens, and
here's Rubino over there.
32 minutes in regulation.
Yeah, and here is a drive shot, no good, and here's O'Malley with an important rebound, and they're going to call a 3-second violation as O'Malley was in the lane. But the most important thing is O'Malley was around the ball.
Yeah, she's got 1 steal, 1 assist. That's her first turnover. 7 rebounds. 32 minutes of regulation.
Yep. Also from that great Crown Point Lady Bulldog program. Early on in my career, I was on WWJY in Crown Point in 1989, and that's where we got started. Did some Crown Point Lady Bulldog basketball under the legendary Tom May.
So were you in high school in '89 when you were doing those broadcasts?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was out of high school.
Okay.
Timeout on the court. 52.3 seconds to go, and with that, we'll take a timeout.
They say growth is a journey and not a destination. At Teachers Credit Union, we agree. Helping our communities grow has been our mission ever since we began our journey in 1931. And supporting our members' growth has helped us to become Indiana's largest credit union. And we're just getting started. Whatever you want to grow, Teachers Credit Union is ready to help. Visit a branch or tcunet.com today. Teachers Credit Union deposits are federally insured by the NCUA, and we are an equal housing opportunity.
Condry and Gardner back here. Cam Glenn to inbound the basketball right next to our vantage point. Cam looks to the left, now to the right, and goes straight in. Now here to Brickner, she'll back in. Shoot, missed the shot. Brickner tries to go after the rebound. The ball goes off of O'Malley out of bounds, and with 46.6 to go.
Don't like that, though. You got 3 pilots standing out here in front of us watching Kelsey work her tail off down there. Everybody's got to be bought in right now.
DuBois to inbound. Looking. Somebody needs to come to the ball. There's Cam Glenn through traffic, scoring. 61-55.
Got a foul.
43 seconds to go.
You got a foul. There you go. Foul. Missed opportunity.
Rubino, and then with 23 seconds on the shot clock, 36.4 on the game clock. Going to do what Coach likes to do. Make you earn it at the line.
Absolutely.
So they'll call upon Gina Rubino, a 92% free throw shooter.
Yeah, she's not been to the line tonight.
And she missed the free throw. So with 36.4.
Yeah, you've got Richter on the floor, right, number 4. She's not shot a free throw all season.
Free throw again. This time good. 1 of 2 for Rubino. It is now 62-55.
Get to the basket. Don't settle for a 3.
Cam drives, shoots,
there you
and
go.
scores.
Get up and foul.
62-57. Cam again. With
There's
28.
your turnover.
And it's a 5-point game. Bethel will have the ball. As the shot clock is at 30, game clock is at 28.2.
28.9 as it started, but the ball was not touched. So the Pilots have the ball underneath their own basket.
And to trigger the inbounds will be Maggie DuBois, the 5'10 freshman from Rossville. Looks
Basket
into the
cut.
corner, goes there to Parker.
Get to the basket. There you go.
Parker reverses it back to DuBois. DuBois on the dribble. Leans, shoots, and she
my.
was hammered.
There you go, yeah. Got to get to the basket.
Honestly, until you heard the thump on the floor, they weren't going to call that.
No, they weren't, sadly. But Parker kind of had the deer in headlights look over there. She's got to be ready to go. You've got to catch the ball and get to the basket.
DuBois at the line. And for Maggie, she started today's action 3 of 5 at the line. It's now 62 to 58.
Maggie now with 9 points, 9 rebounds. Macy fouled out, 6 points, 2 assists, 7 rebounds.
One more opportunity for 14, and she twinkles to twine. It is a 3-point ball game, 62 to 59.
You got to foul. You got to foul. There you go.
And then Cam picks up her.
That's her 4th. So there's my frustration. Brickner has 0 fouls, and she stands there and lets Cam. You've got to understand the game, and I think that's why Cam did foul a previous possession, because she knew she had 3 already, but. There comes a point where you have to foul. But, man, if you're Brickner or if you're Parker, you're running all over, bailing out your teammates. You can't let Cam pick up the foul.
Free throw on the way off the rim, no good for Rubino. He got a 92% free throw.
Those
shooter at the line.
Gone today, yeah.
2 for 3.
Yeah.
She's missed 2 of the 3 opportunities, and she has 1 more.
Yeah.
This is your ball game free throw here.
No, it's not. Don't
free
give me
throw.
that.
Good. 63, 1 of 2 at the 17.7.
We got 4 more possessions left if you go with the Coach Gardner philosophy here. We have plenty of time.
We'll be back with more. 63-59 here in the first overtime. 17.7 seconds to go. We'll be back after this.
St. Jude continues to advance by increasing cure rates in childhood cancer. And donors are important to us because you get the feeling that you have a team behind you. When it comes to research and advancements, there are some things that only we can do because we have the resources and we have the focus. And so if St. Jude doesn't do it, who will?
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Conrad Gardner here live tonight from Bethel College. Let's get you the game reset. 5 fouls plus been whistled on the Pilots, 4 on the Redhawks. 63-59 Redhawks. No timeouts for either squad. 17.7 seconds to go. On the floor, it will be Glenn along with Brickner, Parker, Moritas, and DuBois. The Redhawks have Seams out there. Also, I believe Roach is out there. As DuBois inbounds the ball now here to Cam. Over here to Brickner, now inside of DuBois, and she is undercut by Roach.
Shooting 2.
And with 14.5 to go, she goes to the line. And let's see what she can do. Yeah, the number 14 lights it up again. 63-60.
So you should be subbing for Cam Glenn right now because you know you're going to foul. There's no reason that there's not a sub in for Cam Glenn right now.
Second free throw good. 63-61.
Foul, foul, foul. Foul, foul, foul.
And there is the foul on DuBois. But once again, they put the ball in the hands of Gina Rubino.
And let me say this. Somebody probably should have been talking to Lady Pilots because I messed up there. You go for the jump ball first. Possession arrow's going your way. She's expecting you to come foul. So many times, situation like this, you inbound the ball, and in that case, she was dribbling. A lot of times, the player just catches it and is waiting for the foul. Go in and tie them up. But you have to tell the officials because the officials are anticipating the foul as well. Eric's going to get a technical foul here if he doesn't send 2 girls down there. I know that because that happened to me many years ago. I didn't realize that was a rule. You have to have 2 players, even if it's a 2-shot foul. And I'm over here talking to my players, and I got teed up.
Well, the officials were nice enough to allow them to do that.
Not in my game. They just blew the whistle and called it technical and then told me why. And I was like, oh.
Free throw by Rubino is good.
Learn the hard way.
64-61. And once again, Here's that 2-possession magic moment.
And Eric's out of timeout, so no advance.
Now Cam Glenn comes back down to join the fray. And if you're at Northwest, you just allow them to score. Now, anywhere you want to shoot, shoot. 4-point ball game, 65-61. Rubino, calm, cool, and collective.
I tell my team, attack the basket, take the layup first, and foul. You don't need the 3 yet.
Rubino
get to the basket.
Here's Cam, handing off now to Brickner. Brickner, back to Cam, back to Brickner. Triple on the way, off the rim, no good. Rebound. Parker scores, but it's a day late and $1 short. 65-63 is the final score. IU Northwest improves to 6-1 on a hard-fought road win here against Bethel. Bethel falls to 4-2 respectively. Bethel's next game will be at Lincoln Christian, Illinois on the 20th, and then they'll get into conference action against Taylor on Tuesday. Indiana University Northwest will be at home to Viterbo, excuse me, on 11/17 as the teams are going to come out here and pray. We'll be back with more right after this.
Centeer Bank is Indiana's largest private family-owned bank. Since 1895, the Schrag family has built a legacy of success through business and by servicing the communities of northern and central Indiana. Centeer's not-for-sale promise pledges to the communities we serve that we will continue to preserve independent banking in Indiana for generations to come. Centeer Bank is proud to serve the communities of northern and central Indiana. Please visit centeer.com for more information, and don't forget to like us on Facebook, member FDIC.
Welcome back here on Regional Radio Sports. 65-63, the final score here in overtime. IU Northwest upends Bethel. We'll get some thoughts here from Eric Gingrich here on the post-game show. All right, Coach, first of all, tell you what, I thought early on, you answered them. You're down 8-2. You come back and you were able to get right back in the ball game. I think that that was really a crucial point of the game because with their ability to score at the basketball, I thought they had an opportunity, but you didn't. You were able to get back in there. You ended up tying it up 14-0, had a chance to take a lead. So I thought you answered the first bell with great precision. You just talk about making sure you're staying competitive in all those situations.
Yeah, I mean, in a lot of ways, this is actually the happiest I've been with this group this year. We were physical rebounding the basketball. We were more disciplined on the defensive end and our help side especially. I mean, we're doing a lot of good things. And there's times we still look like a young basketball team. And we're going to continue to do, there's nothing you can do other than just play more basketball. So I'm actually really happy with them after tonight in a lot of ways. We've got to find ways to put the ball in the hole early, especially on our home court. I mean, we shoot in the gym every day, and I don't know what it is, but it takes us 2 quarters to start shooting the ball, and we've got to change that.
Yeah, that was my point. You were 5 minutes into the game, and you had a basket, and that was my point. That, but you could have packed it in, but I think you rallied. And Mark and I made a comment to Kelsey. There was a sequence in the first half where we had 2 bodies flying on the floor, and there was 4 offensive rebounds. We saw the Lady Pilots elbow and get ornery and physical with a stronger, older opponent where they had 4 seniors on the floor at the same time. And we had not seen that from that group. And that was the most exciting thing of the whole evening for me.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, we're getting tougher when we need to. And so, like I said, I'm happy with that stuff. And frankly, we had a couple shots to win the game. So it's not, we did a lot of really good things. So, it's going to be a message of encouragement to them when I get in the locker room. There's nothing to hang our heads about. This is a veteran group, and they're actually playing really good basketball, too.
Sure, they're 5-1.
Yeah, and even, Coach, with 11 seconds. Yeah, 6-1. With 11 seconds to go, the shot you ran the screen, the fade for Brickner. You got the look you wanted. It didn't fall, but that's a play that maybe 6 games down the road, you're in a tie game and you hit that shot for the game winner. You haven't seen the stat sheet yet, but Heimlich 7 rebounds, DuBois 9 rebounds, Moritas 8 rebounds. Like you said, scrappy, getting after it. I think there are a lot of positives. Yeah.
Team rebound. We had some girls erasing people, and we had to have guards drop down and snag those boards, and that's exactly what we did.
Keep your chin up, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Appreciate it. Once again, Eric Gingrich thanking I really appreciate him taking time to come out because it's not the easiest thing in the world. We had score was tied 8 times. We changed 8 times. How apropos, and of course it's an overtime game here. 165-63. You get the final numbers, and we'll wrap it up.
All right, for the visitors, they were 22 of 63 from the floor, 35%, 12 of 26 from downtown, 46%. They were only 9 of 17 from the free throw line, 53%. 45 rebounds, 12 on the offensive end, 13 assists, 12 turnovers individually. Borgen, 14 rebounds to go along with her 9 points. O'Malley had 9 rebounds. Rubino, 3 rebounds, 13 points, 4 assists. Salmon, 2 rebounds, 14 points, 4 assists. Roach, how about this? 5 rebounds, 22 points, 4 assists and a steal in 40 minutes of play.
Is that Bricky blood?
I'm telling you what. Brittany Williams grabbed a rebound and scored 2 points. Jessie Seams rebounded 2 points. And Emily Cox had 2 rebounds and 3 points. The home team, the Pilots, 23 of 67, 34%, 6 of 26 in three-point range, 23%, 11 of 13 from the foul line, 85%, 39 rebounds, 9 on the offensive end, 15 assists on the 23 baskets, only 10 turnovers. Brickner led the way with 22 points, 4 rebounds, assists, 2 steals. Macy Heimlich, 6 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. Cam Glenn, 11 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Maggie DuBois, 12 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. Tegan Parker had the last basket of the game, 2 points. Michelle Moritas coming off the bench, 7 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 36 minutes of play. Kristen Mon had 3 points, and Sydney Williams had 1 assist, but I'll tell you what, she gave the Pilots a solid 11 minutes. Didn't take a shot attempt. She defended well. She played hard, and she's up and coming with this group.
Final score in overtime, 65-63. IU Northwest wins it. That's going to do it for our broadcast. We'll see you tomorrow from Holy Cross as St. Xavier. And Holy Cross doubleheader, men's and women, coming your way at 5 o'clock. For Coach Mark Gardner, special thanks to our team up behind us for Ben and for Tanya and everyone else. It's been appreciate you hanging around with us this evening. For all of us at Regional Radio Sport, thanks again to Ryan Shelton for his time. Wish his program best of luck as they move forward, as well as Coach Eric Gingrich. For all of us at Regional Radio Sports, I'm Paul Condry. God bless you all. Semper Fidelis. Good night, everyone.